You're staticky. Mm. My Bullinox idea is not working. Thanks, Nate. Mm. I don't know what it could be. And it randomly works now. I cannot describe that. And it randomly starts working now. I literally cannot even describe that. I literally can't even describe that to you. Like, I literally can't even describe to you how weird that is. Like, it just was not working, and then it just randomly just goes, "Hey, I want to start working now." Okay. So let me turn on my wire. My news wire. Look at them liquidation squeezing. Turn on my news wire. Everybody, if you for some reason hear my voice go out, please let me know because my mic's been giving me issues the last day. I can't describe it. It just has. Nvidia's up 2.5% off of Nvidia is up 2.5% off of the reports that uh that they've reached a deal with China to allow them to sell H2 chips. So Nvidia's at the record highs right now. Nvidia's up 2.5% right now because of that. Just so you're aware. Okay, so that's what's going on with the Nvidia. Okay, look at them liquidation squeezes up here in a straight line. Something I've noticed in the past is your tendency to short right before 11:50 macro. Other than that, it's solid work. We all trust your judgment, appreciate your accountability. Thanks, thanks, Alden. Yeah, yeah. Did I did I short this at like 11:50? Well, it didn't roast me yesterday, but yes, yeah, but yes, that's also another thing. Like I've been getting away from the models, and I've been just doing trades just based off of feel. So I want to personally just try to make that adjustment. Let me run a test limit order here and make sure this thing works.
Order canceled.
But yes, I agree, sir. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Look at this liquidation squeeze up in a straight line. This is what I'm talking about. 600 ticks in a straight line with no reason. Or that's to like what I'm talking about, like as far as like the models. Like they're not adhering to like any reasoning. Like they're just stopping and just squeezing up here in a straight line like this. Like this environment is wild. So in any event, look at the Nvidia. Just look at this market just liquidation and squeeze up in a straight line. The market's the highest it's ever been. Man, they're trying to go to 7,500. I caught that. Good job. These people are trying to go to like 7,500 or some shit. Oh, is it a no audio day for me? What do you mean? Good morning, Nadir. Thanks. Thanks for that comment, Olin. Appreciate that. Appreciate the likes, guys, on the live stream. Already getting it up to 2K likes with just 12 people. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys for the support. Um, I'm pushing for 10. Let's go, E. Thanks, Nate. Why is fan status frozen? Thanks, TJ. Everybody needs to be on alert for Look at them liquidation squeeze up in a straight line like this. I'm reading something. Hold on. Mm. Look at this liquidation squeeze up here in a straight line for no reason. Just like off of no news. Like off of no news on a gap fill Thursday model. That's 700 ticks in a straight line and the timestamp is 643. I mean, the timestamp is 943. I'm not in Cali. 943 timestamp. Can you believe that? These people are trying to go to QQQ 720 by Friday. Look at this damn market. Look at that, dude. Like, dude, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I will not be fooled twice back to back. I took my 1 hour model straight out of the gate. It was showed the same exact thing that we did yesterday, only this time I'm listening to it.
Yeah. Great trade, Chris. I can see it.
Only thing killing me right now is this little 15 that seems to have kept the market down once it was presented that we're at right this second on MNQ. So I might cut it or at least go break even.
100%. What I think they should do is, since we just went up like this in a straight line, I think they should trail this out. And I think that you should trail it out in regards to having a successful day personally. And what I would personally do, Chris, because just look at the straight liquidation squeeze here. They're going to pull us back sooner or later, but like I'm not going to tell you to get out of your model personally. But what I will say is because of what you have going on today, I want you to be feeling good going into work today. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, and just have the clearest mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that because of what you said earlier. But this is an absolute great trade, Chris. I'm looking at Chris's screen. I'm looking at Chris's screenshot right now. Chris's rules. He says don't short all time high without first presented. I'm going to start doing that as well. 1 hour model in effect. Days trades off of charted zones. Don't move your stop loss unless trailing. I agree. Emotions equals losing. Leave if you get emotional. Correct. Wait a moment before you hit that button. Is it the setup you look for? Is it a fake out? That is an excellent. Those are excellent rules that I think that everybody should be following, and they are generic rules.
Yep.
The best
I'm
rules.
down.
Huh?
I'm down like $1,400.
Okay, yeah. What you're
Bad
trying to
day.
short it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Look
I
at that.
originally was thinking shorts too until I
I was
saw
too.
the tap zone we hit yesterday, and that was going we were going right into it. So I'm like, based off the
Mm.
reaction and maybe it first presented 1 minute, I'll take a long if whatever. It gave it to me, and I was like, all right,
Look at that
let's go.
ES. Look at that ES, and look at this. NQ was bearish up until 15 minutes
I
ago
gotta
because
put EMAs back on my chart.
yeah, I have something with the EMAs, with which is these clouds, but NQ was bearish up until 15 minutes ago because NQ was negative, and then the ES was green, and then they just took turn like they literally just swapped places. They literally swapped places. This QQQ is about to go to 720 right now. Can you believe that? The QQQ is up another 0.7% today after just squeezed one something percent yesterday. Can you believe that? Look at that Lululemon. It is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. They're gonna go 720 on this QQQ. It's not a massive gap on MNQ, right? No, no, ain't no gap. What it is, bro, is like your chart is clustering two candles together. That's what's going on. Your chart is clustering two candles together, so you need to refresh your chart. They're trying to go 720 right now on this QQQ. That's where they're trying to come to. This is bullish. Do not short this. I don't give a damn about that gap fill Thursday model. I was gonna activate the funny day to trade this shit, but this shit missed the move and I hate all time high. Yeah. Alan says, yeah. This is dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah. They're about to go 720 right now on this QQQ. This market is in all time high liquidation mode. I am not going to buy the top of this move. Hitting resistance from 513.26 at 845. There's nothing here except for this all time high breakout. I wouldn't even consider this resistance for real. Like, yeah, you got these imbalances here, but this ain't no real resistance to me. This is just to me, this is just oh, we gonna liquidate the people that just bought this top over here and shake them out, and we gonna curl this back up and we get ready to squeeze this higher. Good job, 400. Proof. Good job. Proud of you, buddy. Because they like to screw over the people that like to buy the top. It's gap fill Thursday. It's gap fill Thursday, and I think that after they flash 720, that they're going to manufacture an event in order to potentially come back over here to the zone. This is what I think in my brain. I'm being dead serious. Up 1106. I'm not touching this. I think you should be done for the day. You up $1,100. If you walked into work and your boss said, "Here, here's $1,100 for being in the work for 20 minutes, you can stay or you can go," what would you do? I know what I would do. Beach. Yeah. So what's the issue? This is dangerous for me because I understand the importance of the gap fill Thursday model personally. So I want to start figuring out ways in regards to how I can potentially put this gap fill Thursday model, but I don't want to get ahead of this considering that I just saw that they were just trying to take out 720 over here on this damn QQQ. This is my job until 10:45, even if I just watch. Good job, Sal. Yeah, well, just watch. You're already up. Don't give it back. Just wait till next week. I think that we just give it an opportunity. I seriously think that there's going to be an opportunity that presents itself, Alan. It's Thursday and they gapped it up. It's just that I'm just waiting for more confirmation before I decide to trade this model that I'm personally getting ready to trade. But that's just me personally. Timestamp 9:53. That's just me personally. This NQ is trying to pull back. Yeah, just waiting for your blessing, kind sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. 273 contract short when you're coming. 273. Where? Hmm. I think they're gonna attack this gap on this damn spy at some point in time today. That's what I think in my brain. I don't trust this move. Timestamp 954. I think they're going. I think personally that they're about to start rolling this shit over and they're about to start attacking this gap, and that I should be starting to structure into a trade. That's what my brain is telling me, and I think that it's going to start over here with this. Hundred and 20 ticks to the downside is there. I think they're about to start attacking this gap. Oh yeah, my, my sense of humor goes out of the door whenever I'm losing. Cold. Oh, yeah, bro. My sense of humor has been complete dog shite. Getting roasted. I'm just reading the comments just how they come. My mental bandwidth is at all time high. Is at all time low while the market's at all time high. My mental bandwidth is roasted. Boy, these people better come to this damn 720, boy. This is what I'm about to do. This is what I'm about to do.
Order filled.
I'm going to enter into a short over here, and I'm gonna start building into a short in order to try and trade this gap fill Thursday model. And the first target over here is going to be down 100 ticks, just based off of this current weakness with this market. If they TP this trade out, this is going to be $150 trade. I'm going to start building out into this model, into this trade. So I'm in a short right now. I'm trading the models and I'm trading the concepts. I'm no longer just trading based off of feel anymore. Like I'm trading based off of where I think that they're getting ready to go and based off of what I'm seeing. Like I'm not just going to be just fucking around with this at all. So there's that. So I'm going to start building out into a short here. And the targets for these trades are going to be about if I can't see me getting 100 to 150 ticks off of a trade, then I'm not going to take the trade, and I'm going to size accordingly on the trade. This is this gap fill Thursday model that I'm trading, and trying to take base hits off of the gap fill Thursday model and off of the drawn liquidity lower off of the gap fill Thursday. Okay, so there's that.
Order filled.
Trade straight to the TP. I'm trading the models. I'm no longer trading like what the fuck I'm feeling. Like I'm like I'm actually gonna be trading like what the fuck I'm seeing and where the hell I know they're getting ready to go. I'm not doing that shit no more. So I'm trading all my Apex accounts. I'm trading all my funded accounts right now. Just so you're aware. This is bearish to me until proven otherwise. I think that this move over here was fake and that they're about to slam this SPX to this fucking floor. You've never seen me hold a trade for 150 ticks. You've never seen me do that. This right over here is a gift, I believe. They're lying to you. They're trying to yam this through this floor. This is bearish, but I'm taking multiple base hits out of this. Now, listen, they can stop this on a dime here, and then they can immediately reverse this shit. Why so? Because they've just been dumping this. Do not long this. There's zero scenario where you long this. I don't give a shit about that QQQ 720. I'm no longer going based off of what I feel. I feel as though that they want to go 720, but I'm not going to. But you know what? The old me, as in like over the last month, would have long this shit thinking that we was getting ready to go to 720. Well, nah, I never would have bought it. Well, I probably wouldn't have bought the top because I don't do shit like that. But like the feel is hey, you know, they gotta go 720. They don't gotta go 720. They don't have to do anything. I need to trade based off what I'm seeing, and I need to take base hits based off of what I'm seeing. You've never seen me take a trade anytime over the last 100 plus, no, longer than that. Arguably over like the last year for 150 ticks. I normally do 40 to 60, but I'm not going to try and predict this market. I'm not going to do shit like that. You need to be on hyper alert. This is that bounce I was talking about. They don't have to immediately do the gap fill Thursday model. They don't have to immediately do it. I'm going to keep on rinsing this model. So like this right here was the bounce that I was talking about. We just tapped into We just tapped into a five into a 5 and a 15-minute busy just now. This market is yeeting through the roof now. It's flying away. This is that bounce I was talking about. You needed to have been out for a base hit. The market is also squeezing because I think that Trump came out and Trump said now is a good time to buy again. And Trump said that the market is getting ready to go to the moon when the resolution with Iran comes to fruition. He said those words. So people are not going to call this bluff again because the last time he said that, the NASDAQ shot up literally like 70% or something weird, whatever the hell it was. Last time Trump said that, that was here. Last time Trump said, hey, I think it's a good time to buy, he said this here on this candle here. I remember the day like it was yesterday. Why? Because I notate that. Why? Because I'm in the industry where I was. As run my own firm, I'm telling you. He said this right here on this candle, and the people were like, be quiet. You know what you're talking about, Buster. Be quiet. And then the market dumped for 2 or 3 days, and then he was like, yeah, nah, I like China again. No walk back tariffs with China. And then the market did this in a straight line. And like it never looked back ever since he said that. The market went up 50%, 51%. That is not a shit coin. That's the NASDAQ 100. Look at this. Look at this. And look, he just said it again yesterday. He said the stock market's going to go to the moon when this deal gets reached. So people are buying. I'm assuming, well, institutions or whatever the hell is going on. The market's trying to book buy side. Guys, listen, at the end of the day, who cares about what he said? We need to be trading what the hell we need to be trading what the hell we're looking at. No long in this. This right over here was the pullback for the people that like to short inside the hole. You can continuously keep on rinsing this model because this model is predicated along them trying to attack this gap fill. Whether or not that they do it in full-blown completion or not, I can continuously keep on rinsing this nonstop. 3 micros for $200. I targeted this liquidity and this VWAP flash, but they decided to give a God body liquidation candle through the zone. So from here to here to, well, I only got 120 ticks, but from there to there, that was a 320 tick trade. Yo, what's up, Bob? Do not long this. This market is going to, guys, this gap fill Thursday model from inside Discord. Don't long that. I believe in you. Thanks. Thanks, Cole. Man, I believe in you too, brother. Be on alert. Jesus, what a trade. Did you take that trade straight to that damn TP just now, boy? Chris?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, did you take that trade straight to that TP? My God. Did it go straight to that TP?
It went right to TP, went 2 ticks past, and then reversed.
Oh my goodness, what a trade, boy.
I
Sir?
know, dude. Don't even. I know. I was sitting over here sweating because
Sir?
I was in that long, and then once I saw it start to pull back, I cut it and reversed, and I started to look for a short because I figured it was going to want to try to retap into this 15, or if it blew past the 15, go into the 1 hour.
Yeah.
But
wow.
the 15 with that 5 at the very bottom
at this
base
trade.
of it was just screaming my name. Honestly, I would long this.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this trade that Chris took with me. Chris made $1,200 on this trade. What a trade. Wow. And then he trailed this stop back to break even whenever they dumped it in the event that some weird stuff happened. He trailed it in profit. So like at $75 on that trade, he made $1,200 on that trade. What a trade. Activated. Let's get it. Good job. Good job, Alan. Let's go, buddy. Wish you would have took that last one. We need to be on alert, and we need to be trading the models based off of the structure that we're seeing. You need to be on hyper alert. They just bounced this shit, and I think they're still getting ready to reattack. I do not think this is bullish. Wow, what a trade. This ES is going in this opposite direction, and NQ is lagging behind. Somebody is lying, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the ES is lying. But I'm going to reevaluate, and then I'm going to wait for another setup. Whenever I take a trade, I'm going to try and follow my rules. I don't want to enter into another trade like 60 seconds later. I don't want to do that. So like I want to make sure I'm getting the right picture here. Because as of right now, it appears that they're just trying to go sideways. So they could squeeze us up into the zone. I can get a better entry. If you're trying to short this right now, to manage your risk tightly, you need to manage your risk to this SIBI over here that we keep on rejecting. If we inverse this, then we are going to go higher potentially. But it's all-time high, so I'm unsure how much they want to respect this. But here, you have a chance here. This SIBI over here on a short, you have a chance in order to retarget these lows that we just bounced from. This market's still trying to eat into this, yeah. This market's trying to eat into this gap that we just created on this damn SPX. This gap fill Thursday model. Be on alert. That's what you need to be. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be on alert. I'm gonna downsize and I'm gonna go 2 micros for 100 ticks next time. Why am I gonna downsize? Because they're going sideways and I'm unsure now. I gotta watch this. They could very well squeeze us up here higher past this zone and then roll this over again. If they squeeze us up over here past this zone, I'm gonna look for guys. I'm gonna start to look for market structure. I'm gonna trade the market structure again. I'm not, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna go. Well, I feel as though I think they're getting ready to do this. They don't gotta do nothing. It's all time high. This is the highest this market's ever been. They don't have to do anything. So I'm not gonna do no shit like that. Let me turn on my music. That was a hell of a trade for Chris, and Chris has some things to do. And I think that Chris, honestly speaking, should probably be looking to sort of kind of chill out. He's exercised his edge numerous times. Do not long this. That's friend to friend. Chris is my guy. He's had multiple bangers today. I think they're getting ready to dump this. This is not bullish. They're lying to you, and I think the ES was lying, and I think the SPX is trying to come over here to the zone. I seriously think that these people are lying to you.
As you were saying that I should probably be done for the day, I was literally finishing locking out my last accounts, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think this, I think this dive up was just something to pair it up a little bit better, get a new all-time high out of ES, bring everything lower so that we can repeat the process again tomorrow, and they'll somehow manufacture something for MNQ to get their new all-time high as well, which would then also probably bring ES into another all-time high. Honestly, at this point, until we get like 2,000 to 3,000 ticks away from all-time high, I'm just gonna think that every possibility, every 1 hour, every like
It's gonna
conglomeration
bounce this
of
market.
exactly.
100%.
We'll dive down. They'll make us think, oh, this is it. This is where we're gonna break everything and like dump 1.5% or 2%, and then they'll completely react within milliseconds off of it and turn it the other way. So until we get 2,000 to 3,000 ticks past, I'm only ever looking for longs or an immediate short if it's off of a first presented, like that 15 minute that I took that short off of just a moment ago.
Correct. And I think that that's a great analysis, and I'm gonna probably say that inside the mentorship on the this weekend. I think that's a great analysis. So I appreciate that. But which, as far as like, until we displace 2,000 or 3,000 ticks from the zone, we all need to assume that every bounce is going to be ate up, and that they're going to make another all-time high. Why? Because all-time highs come in clusters. Not one all-time high and they were displaced. No, like clusters. New one, new one, new one, new one. Like, I've been saying that for months. And I said this last time we made all-time high, like last year in 2025. They're going to come in clusters. They're not going to stop. We're making a new all-time high every single day, almost, for the last God knows how many months. Do you know, for the last 2 months? Do you know how many all-time highs that is? It's just like 30 or 40 or 50 all-time highs or something like that. 20 or 30 new all-time highs at the all-time high, non-stop, back to back to back, across all of these assets. Everything is squeezing. Look at that NVIDIA at 230. What's up, Ivan? I just got my first Apex funded. How do I manage it to secure a payout? The same exact way that you passed it? What's the difference? They're trying to dump this. You need to be on hyper alert. That's what you need to be on. They're trying to dump this. Be on alert. No longs. I want to see us get to that 15-minute BISI for fuel. Yes. If they come over to this 15-minute BISI, I don't think, bro, listen, they're trying to come here overall. This SPX is trying to dump to the zone. This market is weak as shit because QQQ is only up 0.2% and ES is up 1/3%. This market is weak as shit, and this SPX is about to start rolling over. If SPX decides to even remotely attack this zone, this market's going to hell in a handbasket. You need to be taking base hits of like 100, 150, 250 ticks with clear draws and liquidity that span more than that. And you need to be out because of the unpredictability of the market, and you need to reevaluate. If they give you multiple chances to then trade a 3 or 4 or 500 tick move, then so be it. Then keep rinsing and repeating that over and over again. Understand that now. They still have not tapped into this 15-minute BISI here, it appears. Be on hyper alert. They're going to manufacture an event to attack this 15-minute BISI here for fuel to even remotely go higher. I don't believe it again. Be on alert. No mic. Huh? Can you hear me, Kalia? TikTok, can y'all hear me? Discord, can y'all hear me? My mic's been acting funny.
Yep.
Can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Made $1,200 on my 3 Apex Sims. I'm trading my Lucid now. Good job, Ivan. Be on alert, and you need to be taking base hits. It's still all-time high, so they can still bounce this now.
Connection lost.
What the hell is going on with this connection? It's still all-time high. They can still bounce this now. You need to be on hyper alert. That's what you need to be. They're bouncing us from this 5-minute BISI. It's all-time high. They're not going to immediately dump it. That's why I say to be taking base hits. And don't short inside the hole. That's why I'm not shorting it right now. Don't do that. What the hell is this? Hold on. Be on alert. Thanks, Ivan. I can hear you, TJ says. I'm trading my new Apex account, trying to get base hits on the Apex accounts. I lost my other ones. Well, no, I didn't lose them. They're just $500 away from being blown, so I'm a YOLO at a later point in time against each other. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Mm,
I had paired that, or on that trade I had 10 of my 30 accounts from that 1.8, and then I had two evals that were like $350 from blown, and that's where it's nice to have that one micro at a time building into it, because as we
yeah.
were building on that initial leg up, I was able to add to clip like 600, and then on that turn down I was able to take that the rest of that 900 and get the account back to a full 2000 break even,
Good.
meaning that I can start the account as if it were fresh, which is nice, instead
Exactly.
of sitting there going,
Exactly.
"Oh, damn, I blew it."
Exactly.
I only take trades that are like astronomical or this or that on evals. So like I know that when I'm dealing with my express, if I have or my fundeds, if I have evals attached to them, it'll take longer to get them passed. But that's because I'm making money as I'm doing it, instead of just trying to pass an eval, and at the same time compounding, which is very
Exactly.
important. I was just talking with Mike as when you entered earlier before we started this whole shindig, about some of my history, my story, and my how I am like compounding and buying
Mm-hmm.
accounts and this and that.
Absolutely. Okay. Yes, sir. So appreciate it. And so yeah, that's basically what Dean was telling me to do as far as when I was originally trying my funded futures or TPT. He was like, bro, like I think you should just trade your fundeds and then just copy trade those accounts in the background, and then just build up like as far as that's concerned, just from scratch. But everybody's psychology is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just personally just don't like trading the evals at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it messes with my psychology. So whenever I had to switch up what's been working for me and I tried to trade the evals in order to pass them, like I was just blowing money left and right. Well, I lost like $1,500 total on those sets of evals because I didn't develop a system because I was just YOLOing full port. I just don't want a person to just trade the eval for 2 or 3 weeks and then not get nothing out of it. That's just me at at this point. But in the beginning, I had to do that. There is no way around that. You have to trade the evals in the beginning. You have to master yourself, and you have to get the most skin in the game.
Honestly, if I could do it all over again, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of dove in without I when I started the learning process. I mean, I took time, and I'm talking before I even joined this Discord and everything. But like I learned. I took like a month and a half and did notes and this and that, and I watched price action and whatever. I took like maybe a day or two to just like watch things move on a chart, not really take notes, not trade, but just watch it. And
Right.
then I bought my first eval, and from there it was game over. I didn't like when I started, I did not practice on a practice account. I practiced with an eval, which I blew in a heartbeat. Because I didn't know about sizing, what ticks were, what points were, how much a micro versus a mini versus ES was, and like if I could do it all over again, I would,
Mm-hmm.
and I to anybody listening who's just starting out, get on that practice account, better side of a month and a half, 2, 3, 4 months before you purchase something, build
Yes.
your edge, and then buy your eval. Because I probably before I saw my first payout of like $400, I think I went into debt about 7 grand. And
Yep.
then by the time
That's
that I
realistic.
saw my second payout, I was another 4 to 5 grand on top of that original before I
Mm.
started seeing like anything like start to take root and hold. Like
Yes.
I'm taking payouts now, and I'm just technically I haven't pulled anything from that 1.8 yet. I have one more day to pass to take my first payout from those ones, or at least the majority of them.
Good job.
But not considering what I actually have as physical payouts that I've made into my account, I'm still waiting to go break even across this whole trading saga.
Correct.
But once I pull that payout, or that honestly that next payout, I'll be a break-even trader,
Correct.
which is nice because what does that
And
mean? It means that something clicked.
correct. And what people don't realize is it comes a lot faster than like you realize. Like it's almost exponential. So you're going to go into debt a little bit at first, but once you get it, then like everything begins to pay for itself like immediately. Like it's
It's your
crazy.
tuition.
But yeah, correct. And but one thing that people don't understand, that people aren't paying attention to, that you just said, Chris, is you just said, I wish I would have did this, I wish I would have did this, right? What people are missing about what you just said about your journey into profitability is you paid 4,000, and then I'm sorry, you said 7,000, maybe like another 4,000. You paid $11,000 in tuition costs. That w- that that right there, because you entered in without the guidance and without proper structure and without and just jumping the gun, the cost of you getting to remotely to where you are now versus where versus from where you were
Where it
with
will be.
us like 3 or 4 months ago, bro, was $10,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
people don't understand like where the money is allocated. So you can learn, guys. You need to listen to what Chris just said. If you're not understanding ticks, percentage points, and all of this stuff, and if you cannot seriously understand your edge, you need to be on demo and paper. You need to not be buying no evaluation accounts. Or worst case scenario, you need to go, man, you know what? I'm going to devote $100 a month, which is like 3 or 4 evals a month, so that I got some skin in the game at the absolute most to this.
Yeah, and don't go for the no activation ones that are double the price and that you might not even like. If you're go for the small, go for those $50 ones that take, that end up, unfortunately you have to pay like $100 to activate later. Because if you don't have an edge, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're just like passing accounts by the skin of your teeth and luck, that doesn't get
That's not going to
you
do
money
anything.
down the long run. That
Yes,
just gets you more debt.
correct. People don't understand
And
that.
then what you can do with those, like for Top Step, what I ended up doing after a while was I learned, um, and whatever prop firm you trade and all these other ones I have now, but how I started was get one eval, $50 eval, pass it, let it sit, don't activate it, it's passed, it'll be ready when you are.
Yes.
Get another eval, do the same thing, keep doing the same thing, and then what you can do, then obviously you need to have a second form of income somewhere else to pay for all this shit, and then save for now that you've got these past accounts, paper trade. Don't keep like get
Yes.
five past evals under you, paper trade until you have the money to activate those accounts. Don't trade those freshly activated accounts the same day. Do not. Your psychology, I will tell you right now, if you're anything like me, your psychology you'll hit that activation button. You'll feel like $1,000,000 because you're now a funded trader. You'll blow it in 3 seconds. Pass it, lock them, walk away, trade the next day. And then from there, now if you've been going for these $500, $600, $700 moves, do not do the same fucking move. Because if you get up to that $300-$400 mark usually, and your trade sometimes starts to go around on you, but you're like, no, I trust myself, it's going to keep on going, and then it comes back, you don't go to break even, and you lose it, then you were correct for part of the trade, not the whole trade. From the moment you get funded to the moment you get to your first payout, or into the point where you get to that where you start building a buffer, your targets. And I mean, I'm not telling you how to trade, but I'm telling you some very decent advice that I wish somebody had told me is, and E does say it every single day, small base hits. $100, $200, $300, call it a good day, walk away from your screen. Do that across 2 weeks. You will have over a $2,000 account into your account of actual money.
Yes.
And
That you
from
can
that
then
point,
use for other things to then to then safeguard yourself to fuel the addition of more accounts. You can do that.
yes, exactly. Get that. Get that. If you pass that, or you get to the $2,000, you have a payout. Take a little bit. I mean, my Top Step will only let you take half. But if I passed those 5 accounts, then activated, came back the next day over the course of 2 weeks, got to $2,000, and now I can request $1,000 of it across 5 accounts. There's $5,000. Keep those 5 accounts, lower your sizing even more until you can, because now you're at $1,000 a drawdown instead of 2,000. You don't get that back. You don't keep the 2,000 after your first payout. Keep your sizing small. Take the same distance trades. Make your, go for a couple of $150, $200 days instead of the 250, 300, or 400. Build that back up across a week so you're back up to that 2,000. Maybe take an even smaller payout, like $100 per account. You still get a $500 payout across all of them. And then from there, you have $1,800, $1,900 drawdown. And then from there is where you can start to build into your money, build into your buffer, and do all these other things. But one of the first things that you should do, pay yourself back carefully, and then trade those accounts just as carefully after the fact, because of the drawdown is now lesser. But pay yourself back, go smaller now that you got money in your account to get you through a month or something, or however much your payout's for, and then slowly build up until the next
Absolutely.
payout. Take it, slowly build up. It's a process. You can never let your day before or your week before of you getting a payout or not getting a payout or a passing account or blowing an account be in your psychology for that next trading day or for that next trading week. Like, I just want to, sorry, I know I'm going on a bit of a ramble.
No, I'm listening.
But like this last 2 days, I had some wins on some accounts, and then I ended up having some pretty decent losses on other accounts. So like I just plugged in some trades that you saw in the chat, but those aren't all the trades I took for the day. Like, I was in those trades. I cut my lower accounts once it got to like $400 or $500 for those lower accounts, because that was my target for them, because I have to slowly and carefully manage my risk back on those. And then I let the rest of my accounts run because they had more drawdown, and I thought that they were able to go for the fuller TP, which they ended up doing. But you need to pay yourself and protect your accounts so that they live another day, so that you can make
Yes.
more money another day. These are all things that I wish somebody had told me in my beginning before I started losing a lot of money. So I hope that people who are hearing similar problems that I might have had through this little ramble, I hope you're learning, you're taking notes, and you stop doing everything that goes against what I just said, because let me tell you, it's not going to work. You're going to put yourself 30, 40, 50, $60,000 in debt. You're going to be able to not get back from it. You're not going to be able to pay for more accounts because your credit cards are going to be maxed out. And you're going to be sitting there 5, 10, 15 years of having to work a 9 to 5 because you have no more money to pay for evals. You have no more attempts left because now you got to go to a 9 to 5 to dig yourself out of a hole before you can even attempt to buy another $50 eval, $100 account, whatever, ever again.
And that don't even constitute you to learn anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you still, like, bro, like, people don't understand, like, you can still be in debt, and that still does not mean that you have mastered trading. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to understand trading with the lowest barrier to entry, and you can master trading and understand trading for free with demo trading. And you need structure and guidance, and someone needs to be helping you to navigate it in the most efficient way possible, and someone needs to be telling you the truth. Even, like, not even just me. Like, y'all need to be listening to the things that other members inside here are doing, and you need to be learning from their previous mistakes. So, like, if you're a fresh new trader here, like, if you're like 18, 19 years old inside here, I got some students inside here like 17. Like, you need to be listening to Chris's experience, and you need to be demo trading and pivot trading, because I have some students inside here that are buying evals or that bought evals, and they don't even know the difference between micros and minis. Like you need to be studying these concepts. They're trying to dump this, and I didn't believe this. I still don't believe this. This NQ is trying to shite the bed itself. The only thing stopping this NQ right now from dumping and going into hell is this SPY, SPX, and this ES. I have no idea what the vendetta is on this ES when as to why it's ignoring this model slightly. But I think that they can only delay this but so long. That's what I think in my brain.
All that rambling on my end being said, I'm gonna hop out, guys. I've
Please
got
have a
like an
good day.
hour and a half to worry about till I have to be into work. So I'm just gonna call it, and I'll see y'all
Call it
tomorrow.
a day. Yes, sir. We'll see you tomorrow, sir. Have a good day. Oh, he says, I'll say trade your new fund in 2 days because your mind said, yo, can you ask Chris if he has buffers? Yes, he does have buffers on certain accounts. Yes, he does.
Yes, like I don't know how long that person's been in, but like obviously I have decent sized buffer on my 1.8 accounts. What that's just what I'm calling those accounts because that's what we got for that.
Yeah.
Like on those I have a good like 4 to 5 what am I saying? No, I've got like $5,000 to $8,000 in buffer.
Yeah.
That's not the entire account. That's just the buffer. And
Correct.
then on my lower, like on the accounts I'm working on right now, I'm building my buffer because even though I have the like those other accounts built up, I want those are like my guaranteed money. Those are the ones that I'm gonna sit there and I'll take $150 here,
Yeah,
two
and
hundred
just
dollars
withdraw
there.
nonstop.
Right. That's my basically my, and I'll even dare to say my guaranteed money because as long as you play it safe, it does not
And
take
you
much to
don't
get
go on
150.
tilt and you don't max contracts 10, 15 cons and you lose four or
Correct.
$5,000 in a day for like 2 days, then you're good. Like you just need to like
Yeah.
if you go down $500, 5, 7, 800, $1,000, you need to cut it and you need to just come back to fight the next day. And make 150, make 150, withdraw, make 150, withdraw, and then use that to then fuel the other accounts. That's what you need to be doing.
Because even at this point on those
Great timing.
accounts, all I need to do is make, well, I mean, I need to make like, there's some of the consistency rule that I'm still trying to bounce from a little bit on some of them, but either way, on those ones, it's like I only need to make the $150 and across the whatever days, and I can still request out, like 35,000, 40 or $40,000. That's all I need to. That's what building up your account, building up your buffers for. You need to build, 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 build. Yes, take money, but you need to build.
That is correct. Yeah.
Because, or sorry, what I was getting at was now I'm in that period on those accounts where I could aim for $200 a day and still at the end of the, at the end of the payout, get the payout, but only have to take $100 out of it, still make like $3,000 to $5,000 a week doing that, and I'm still building my accounts up the other $100 across the 5 days that I made. So, I might only be building up the account $500 a week, but at the same point, I'm taking the same trades, less risk, and getting paid in the process doing the same thing. Sure, I could still aim for the $3 to $5 to $1,500 days that I have, which, some days I might, but that's not going to be without a lot of hesitancy. And is that what I want to do with these accounts? No, these are my important accounts. Why don't we trade something else? And that's where like E has multiple accounts. It's very, don't trade 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 different accounts.
Yeah.
I even personally now, I will say I've got 5 accounts per grouping. I've got them named, and I've
Yep,
got certain
too.
targets for some of them than others. Some
Correct.
accounts are meant specifically only to have small targets
And I
so
trade the
that they
accounts
can
completely
be
differently. I trade them completely
exactly,
differently because
exactly like the smaller
the risk
accounts.
management is
Sorry, go
going to
ahead.
be different. Yeah, the risk management is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? So because I might be trying to accomplish one thing on one account versus the other. But Chris, I don't want to hold you up, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. Your insight is always appreciated, my man. Thank you so much, man. I hope that you have a great day at work. Hope you stay focused, and we'll check in with you tomorrow.
Sounds good, E. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
brother.
And yeah, I'll catch y'all
Everyone
tomorrow. Have a
said,
great one.
JB said, good info, appreciate it. She said, thank you. A lot of people said,
course.
thanking you for the info. Have a good day, Chris.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Anytime, guys.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Have a great day. And
All right, you too, bro.
remember, protect that profit.
Yeah,
If you are
absolutely.
in that trade and it starts to turn the other way, it's easier and better to take $200 in profit and let the trade still go the way you want it to than to reverse on you and you make nothing. Stay
Correct.
green, everybody.
Yes, sir. I took it all week, man. Sickening. Yeah, I took 2 losses this week, too. Was today Thursday? I lost Tuesday and Wednesday. Me. I'm back-to-back days. That's rare. I'm with you. But that's why I'm making an adjustment. I'm trading based off of the market structure. I'm no longer trading based off of how I feel. I'm not doing that no more. I was getting roasted doing that shit. The market's changed. It's up at the all-time high. They're not going to adhere to any reasoning. That's why. So I'm with you. Twin, what's up, Zay? Oh, what should I size with just 3 micros entry size? What do you mean size? I think that with 3 micros, you need to be looking at, in this environment, you need to be looking at 100, 120 to 150 ticks, something like that. And you need to be looking for trades that have the potential in order to run 2 or 300 ticks. And I think that you need to be considering getting out at 1R. So like you need to be looking for 2R trades and you need to be getting out at like 1R. That's what I would be doing if I was you personally. And like I would be in size no more than 2 to 3 micros initially. The largest size that you should ever be in this environment, as of right now, I'd probably say is 6 to 9 micros. At the absolute most, like if you have an insane like draw on liquidity, like you need to be in like 9 micros, and you with 10 micros at the absolute most. But, I mean, like that's what I would do in the beginning with your account, and like I would be making $300, $400, $500 a day at the absolute most, and I would walk away from the screen, and I would repeat that for 5 or 6 days, and I would get a payout, or for 7 or 8 days because you got to build it up, and I would just get a payout. That's what I would do. This market is squeezing. It's not adhering to any logic, and they're just randomly liquidation squeezing. They tap this trend line 1, 2, 3 times. I don't trust this. But again, I'm not going off a field. Not even with the trend lines, I'm no longer going off a field. Why? Because it's all-time high. Why? Because they could just break this out in liquidation squeezes. This is all-time high. This is the highest this market's ever been. There's nothing to stop this thing from squeezing into oblivion. There's nothing to stop this. This market will respect this when it wants to. That's the part that we need to understand. It's going to respect the models when it wants to at all-time high. It's not like until we displace from this zone at least 2,000 or 3,000 ticks, then I'm not going to be just entering into trades and expecting it to go straight to the TP based off of that size. And I'm not going to be entering into trades off field. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to see a clear drawn liquidity, and I'm going to identify what I think they're getting ready to do, and then I'm going to take the trade based on where I see where they're going immediately. I'm not going to just short this right now and just go, well, la-di-da-di-da-di, they got it done. Hell no. They could squeeze us into oblivion for all I care. I'll sit there and I'll wait. Sad week, bro. What do you mean, what happened, Jose? What happens there? What's MNQ doing? So QQQ Shorty stole me money. Yeah. Don't think I forgot. I still see her down there. And what she did to me, got her circled out and everything. That one I got away. Yeah, that was crazy. That volume balance was crazy. They roasted me on that 20. They about to take this shit to 720, it appears. This is bullish. This is all-time high. I understand the gap fill Thursday model. They tried, but all-time high is prevailing and it's squeezing higher to then come fill it to then come tag this 720 up here inside the zone. I understand the gap fill Thursday model is here. I understand that. But this thing is like a runaway ferry ship. This thing is going to heaven in a handbasket. They told me I was left in a trade overnight, but yeah, I could you not, I promise. I didn't leave. Oh, really? They said that you was in a trade overnight. Maybe there was a limit order or something that they said. First, bro, with that BS with my account on that chart. Why would I even be trading at 2 a.m. when I spent my last few hundred on the eval? Last few hundred on the eval. How much of these evals you're paying for, brother? Jose? How much? How much you spend on the eval, bro? What you doing? $98. Why you not buying $20 evals with Apex? Why you not with Apex? Lucid, regular prices. Why you not with Apex? I'm serious. Why are you not buying $20 evals? Guys, this is the lesson. Bro, I'm not tapped in. What do you mean not tapped in? Guys, this is the lesson. I'm not tapped in, twin. Guys, this is the lesson that, this is one of the lessons that Chris was saying. I'm not tapped in with other firms. Bro, Apex is running a 90% off sale more times out of not than now. I've never seen them run this sale this many times. Guys, in order to turn insanely profitable, guys, we need to take advantage of the barrier to look at that all-time high. We need to take advantage of the barrier, guys. The barrier to entry needs to be small. They're about to break this loose. The barrier to entry needs to be as small as possible. We need to not be spending $100 on an evaluation, $200 on an evaluation, or $400 on a straight to funded account. We need to be going with the firm that has the cheapest barrier to entry and following the rules, and then we need to get funded for the lowest amount. But even before that's the case, we need to back test and paper trade and then damn demo trade. I'm being dead serious. Guys, because if you blow 10 evaluations, guys, it's nothing to blow 10 evaluations. Guys, if you blow 6 evaluations, which is nothing, you're down $600, and like let's just say you pass 4, and then you blow 4 funded. Do you understand that you just lost like $1,000 or $1,500? Versus if you just blow 10 evaluations at $20 a piece on either $19 a piece on Bullinox or $20 a piece on the Apex. Do you understand you only be down $200? But if you get funded, you get more cracks at it. Guys, we need to be taking as many shots at the funded stage as possible. That was also one of the lessons, that was also one of the hidden gems that Chris was referencing. And that's something that I've been saying as well. We're not getting paid for no evaluation process. We need to be demo trading and paper trading. And then when you buy that evaluation, you need to know. You need to know, like, okay, this is my edge, and I'm going to exercise my edge on the evaluation. Like, we need to know your barrier to entry needs to be as small as possible. That's why I'm telling you Apex is the best, because you could scale indefinitely with them. I'm being dead serious. You can scale indefinitely with the Apex. We need to leave Lucid and them alone. And besides, I'm partnering with a firm now. I'm trying to work on it right now. But there's this one firm, it's called Funded Next. They're giving the people that watch my stream like 50 or 60% off. I'm in the same trade. I'm not in no trade. They're giving them like 60 or 70% off of the evaluations. But even then, no, I'm going to be honest with you. I still wouldn't do that. I would go with Apex. And those is like $55, $60. Just full blown. Like if you pass it, funded. $60 all in. And I still wouldn't do that. I would still go with the Apex. Even though the Apex is $20, $25, it's just $20, you know that if you pass it, then you got to spend the $70, the $60 or the $60 to activate it, whatever it costs. 60 or 70, I don't know. $10 plus or minus, who cares? That's $60. So you know it's going to cost you almost about $80 to $90. But you at least know you're funded and you get multiple cracks at the funded stage. And you know you did the right thing and what was required to pass the account. You're not getting rewarded by blowing no evaluations. We need to be demo trading. I'm being dead serious. Man, they about to go to this damn 720 right over here past the zone that I was talking about earlier. I'm going to just slide this over here slightly because they might take a little bit of time. They're going to eclipse 720 right now. This is where they're trying to go. These people don't care about logic or reasoning. I stopped trading what I feel. And I'm going to trade what I'm seeing. And I'm not going to short this and I'm not going to long this. I'm going to wait for this shit to roll over. No evals from me at least 2 weeks. On bread. See, I could see this message don't have timestamps. See, I could go ahead and ask my dad for thousands of dollars to spend on BS, but I'd rather get my own bread. I need a fucking job, bro. Sad truth, I can admit it, bro. I'm just a paper trader, and I work on my trades. Yeah, you need to be paper traded. I'm gonna be for real. You need a paper trade, and you need to be taking. And so, bro, all this aside, bro. No BS, Zay. Zay, no BS, bro. I'm gonna be for real with you. You my man's, bro. Hold on. Are you inside Discord? Yes or no? I can't remember. Are you inside Discord? Because I was getting ready to give you advice. He's like, I'm listening, bro. I'm gonna tell you what. Yes. Okay. This is what I would do if I was you, bro. All this aside, bro. Hold on. What's your Discord username? Which one is it? Because I can't remember which one it is. Man, they up here this all the time. They about to break this shit loose. Look at that all-time high breach. What the hell is going on with this market? What's your Discord username? I can't remember which one it is. I'm gonna add you in the call. Yeah, I'm in the call. Look at that all-time high breach. Yeah, add me inside the Discord. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Z6, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I see you talking. Okay, yeah. Bro, honestly speaking, bro, listen. You need to look for, bro, you need to look for 2 or 3 models and 2 or 3 different things that you need to study and that you can refer back on. Like 2 or 3 solid things. And you need to study that shit left and right, and you need to paper trade and you need to demo trade, bro. Like all those aside. And you need to have those things locked in, bro, to the point to where like you can hardly sleep. And you locked in and you focusing on that. Bro, US approving Nvidia sales to China. Look at Nvidia. That'll do it. Yeah, I know. They was talking about that last night. I seen that. The H200 chips. I seen that. Nvidia up 4.5% today. Jensen Huang is over there in China with Trump. There's a reason why he did that. Now, just stop and just think. Just stop and just think. Nvidia is worth like 3 or 4 trillion. If they go up 10%, that's 350 billion. If they go up 5%, that's 175 billion. He hopped on a plane in order to make that company 175 billion. Are you kidding me? That's 1,750 millions. Not $1,000. 1,750 millions. He made them by just hopping on a damn plane and shaking Z's hand. This is ridiculous. That's why this market is squeezing like this, because Nvidia is up 5%. If Nvidia is green, the market's going to be green. There's nothing to stop this market from going lower if Nvidia is green. That's the problem. The problem is the representatives from Meta is over there in China, and Jensen Huang, our god, is over there with Trump and President Xi, and so is Tesla. So is Elon Musk. Elon of the Musk. This market's just squeezing. I've been, bro, straight back testing the same things. I hopped on paper yesterday. I made 2 $1,000 trades like it was nothing, just reading the charts based on what I know. Just with one setup. Okay, good. And you need to go with the firm with the lowest barrier to entry, brother. I'm going to keep it 100, bro. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Throw away that Lucid. Throw it away. For real. And you need to stay focused on that job, and you need to stay locked in. And, brother, fuck F Lucid? Yeah, bro. Because the barrier to entry is $100, bro. Like, bro, you need the most amount of cracks at the funded stage as possible. That's what you need. All this aside. Like, all this aside, bro, like, I'm not even joking. That's what you need. You need the most cracks at the funded stage as possible. And, like, you need to know you're funded. What do you mean by cracks? What I mean cracks is so, like, I'm Unc. So I guess that it's getting lost in translation with the new generation. What I mean by that is like, you need like the most tries. Like, you need to get the most amount of opportunities at the funded stage as possible. That's what I mean. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need as many times to bat
without, yeah,
under the counter
correct,
as you can get.
as you can get, without it decimating you. That was the entire lesson that Chris was talking about earlier. That's what Chris was referencing earlier. Where Chris was like, he was like, before I got my first payout, I was $4,000 in debt. I'm sorry, $7,000 in debt. And he was like, by the time I got my next payout, he was like, I was another $4,000 in debt. He was $11,000 in debt from buying evaluations and from just blowing them and from not paper trading. Now, granted, Chris has turned the corner completely because Chris has only been with us for like, well, it's May now. Chris has been with us since like August. So, but he's been trading for like a couple years. So he was not profitable at all before he joined. I think he got like one lucky payout. He got one lucky payout, and then he watched me for like 2 or 3 months, and he decided to join. And now y'all can see how we trade his models. Chris comes in, he makes his money, he's gone, and he goes to work. They're breaking this loose. I need to lock in. I'm just an 18-year-old with the mindset that I'm gonna get rich in a month. That is the problem. The reason why you're not rich now is because you're trying to get rich today. That's the problem. You're so thirsty and you're so hungry to the point to where you're overanalyzing and you're you know what I'm saying?
You're blinding yourself with
Correct.
the prize. Don't worry about the prize.
That's exactly what's going on. You're blinding yourself because you're so hungry that you're overlooking the process that requires you in order for you to get rich. Being rich is not like you wake up one day and you're rich. Being rich is a mentality that has to be developed, and it's a skill that needs to be developed. This business needs to be developed along those lines. That's what's going on, just so you're aware. Look at that NVIDIA. You need to develop the mindset, the risk management, all those things. You need to be shadowing the people that's here inside this Discord, and you need to be listening to the things that we're saying, and you need to be a fly on the wall, and you need to be taking notes on a daily basis. And then I promise to God, I promise you, over the course of a few months, Z, I promise you, bro, something is going to make sense in your brain, and you are going to see the way, and you need to sprint towards that. That's the only way, bro. Bro, I promise you, bro. Like, that's the only way. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you're going to have to be your own trader, yes. Like, I can't tell you when to press that button, but I can show you numerous different things, and you can see what I do right and what I do wrong, and the adjustments that I make, and the adjustments that other students inside here make, and then you can just go off of that. And one of those things is going to make sense to you. Somehow, some way, bro, I'm being dead serious, it's going to make sense to you. You're right there, bro. You have everything at your disposal, bro. Everything at your disposal. Everything is here for you. Bro, you won max payout on copy trading 5 accounts away from making $10,000, bro, and this should be in a fucking thing of the past. And you can get that after your first payout. Cause bro, listen, once you understand what you're doing, then Z, all you have to do, bro, is just reinvest that money into get more accounts. Because, bro, like, the startup process is the hardest process, guys. And then you need to go with the firm that's the lowest barrier to entry. The startup process is going to be the biggest thing. That's why I let Chris go on that rant. Because his startup process cost him $11,000 in evaluations. That's fucking ridiculous.
The first steps are the hardest.
Yes, the first steps are the hardest. As with anybody that's learning how to walk.
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other.
I'm just an 18-year-old with the mindset I'm gonna get rich. Okay, read that. Yeah, I'm 19, bro. I was thinking the same, but that'll put you in the wrong mindset. Correct. I know, bro. Don't worry. It's the process, not the prize. Correct. Got to take small hits, get up and stack. Yeah, it can't take a time or a gap in a shorter term. It depends on how much time you dedicate. I will struggle with my risk management, but I'm dedicating. That's my plan. I'm taking number 250, 300 max days, so I don't overtrade. That's my biggest. Risk management and keeping my profit moving because most jobs aren't even making 250, 300 in a couple minutes or hours. That is correct. Like, if it was me, bro, like, on God, we need to be on hyper alert right now. I'm not going to consider shortness until this ES even remotely decides to roll over. Look at this. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to guess. I'm going to trade this model based off of the market structure that I see. I took one trade today and it's $200 on 3 micros. Whereas normally in this environment, I've been trying to squeeze out 50 to 60 ticks based off of how I feel. If I don't see a trade that can run 200 or 300 ticks, I'm not going to take the trade. And I'm going to do it on 3 micros and I'm going to make $200 or $300 or $400. I'm going to run away from my damn screen. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I know I've been trading for 2 months for real, and you have for 10 plus. What's the best firm, me? Apex. Apex, zero debate. And you need to study the Apex handbook, and you need to follow those Apex rules. If you follow the Apex rules, the funded stage rules, you will 100% become a better trader. Zero debate. We need to not be going with firms that cost like $100, $150 for the evals and firms that just let you do whatever the hell you want to do. That's the illusion. You need to develop the habits and the discipline, and then you can maybe branch out later. And Apex really did away with most of the rules nowadays anyway. No shot they don't know what crack. No way we that old, J-Walk says, man. We old, J-Walk. He says, no shot they don't know what crack at something means nowadays. Ain't no way we that old. No, we that old, bro. We that old. Mm-hmm. Trust me. We that old. Hell. What? Okay, that is ridiculous. Normally I joke, but that's where I draw the line. That's where I fucking draw the line. Okay. Like, that can't even be like misconstrued, bro. Like that's just like ridiculous. Like that's just like that's not even like the funny like joke. Like hey, yeah, nah, 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 nah. Like that's just like bro. Like that's just blatant. Like that's just blatant. I'm not even gonna respond to that. I laugh because it was funny. I laugh because you caught me off guard. But that's just blatant. Like out of bounds. It's like, bro. Bro, we need to lock in, bro. Sound the alarm.
I'm so glad I came back in just for that. Oh my god.
Call a foul like I'm SGA, right? Man, that dude. Bro, he's not even real though, bro. He's ridiculous, bro. He's nice as hell. I wanted Jokic to win the MVP, but that dude's ridiculous. He deserves it again. Jokic just have to hit a triple-double and can't win MVP. I said I came back for that horn. I would have been owned about 20, bro. Trust me. But I didn't try finding the $25 ones, but never could. What do you mean? You just need to be on the website, bro. Like you just need to go to the website. They run those sales. Apex running 90% off sale right now. Just use the code WELCOME or one of them codes, or one of the codes. They're running 90% off sale right now. The valuations are like 20 or $25 at the most. That's what you need to be doing. But you don't need to be buying, bro. Well, you've been trading for like 2 months. So I need to look at your edge. You need to know what your edge is. You need a demo trade. And I want you to not over leverage. And I want you to follow the Apex rules. I want you to not go over two minis. And then I want you to make $3,000 based off of, 2 minis, and I want you to make not even $3,000. I want you to make $2,000 consistently. This is what I want you to do. This is my challenge to you. I need to know three things or three models that you look for on a daily basis, up or down. Up or down. 3 things. 1. 2. This goes for everybody. People that are struggling, whoever. 2. You need to make $2,000, and the largest size that you can enter in on is 2 minis. If you lose a trade, then you're done. Not done. What I'm saying is, like, if you lose a trade and if that thing goes against you $750, you're done. You cut the trade, and if you lose 50% of the account balance, which is $1,000 in a day, you cut it, and you live the fight the next day. You follow those rules. Why? Because if you lose 50% of the account balance, today's not your day, clearly. They're about to dump this and they're about to roll this damn SPX over. This is bearish now again. This is back to being bearish again. That. Then I'll know if you're ready to get funded. Because, bro, I could show you how to get an unlimited amount of funded accounts. That ain't the damn thing. That ain't the issue. The funded stage is not the issue. The strategy that needs to be developed is the thing that we need to be doing. That needs to be what we're working on, just so you know, just so you're aware. Trend line break where? You talking about this? This is going to come into the equation later, I'm trying to tell you. Look at that damn trend line snap. Be on alert for this. There's one right there. Here's another trend line over here that they was working on. Jesus. There's another one right there. But it's up here at the all-time high. I don't trust them. I'm not going to anticipate. Flag on the play. Absolutely, bro. SGA a fraud. He ain't a fraud. That dude's the truth. He'll be flopping, yeah, but nah. Bro's the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, the truth. Low of this candle, 664.50. Low, 664. On a bounce, I'm a short. I'm going to start scaling into a short, trying to get 100 ticks to the downside to then sweep this liquidity if they bounce out. But I need them to bounce this. I'm not going to short this inside this hole. Hell no. I'm not going to do that. You looking shorts? I am. They're very great. They have a lot of sales all the time, too. Really the firm that can take you zero to hero, as E would say. On my mama. Finally brought us our chip wish. Russ was able to get one, though. Top 5 PG. I don't care what nobody says. Russell Westbrook is a top 5 point guard of all time. That is correct. If you factor in longevity, MVP. Wait. I thought you were talking about Russ. Oh, my bad. Russell Westbrook is a top 5 point guard of all time. He is. But Russ my favorite player of all time. You know, he's a beast. I like him. SGA, when he wins this second MVP, and if they win a championship, he will be a top 5 point guard of all time, too. Top 5 point guards of all time, in my opinion, no order. No order. I'm just naming random names. Steph Curry may not be the best. Steph Curry, number 1. I'm just not number 1. Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook. See, SGA isn't really even a point guard. SGA is not a point guard. He's not. He's not a point guard. He is 100% not a point guard. So, like, I can't even classify him that. But, like, SGA is a combo. You still not in the trade? No. I shorted here and I was out here. Because I targeted this drawing liquidity with this VWAP flash. And ever since then, look at this ES. Look at this ES right over here. And, like, there's no structure to go off of with this ES. This ES needs to behave and is breaking loose for some reason. I'm paying attention to what this ES is doing. I'm not paying attention to nothing else. I'm looking to see what this ES is doing, and this ES is just breaking loose and going to this moon. There's no reason why I should short this ES right now. And there's no reason why I should long this ES right now. Because why? Because at the HOD. Someone's trying to sell me a $10,000 car that was just $10,000 yesterday for $15,000. And then, like, you're going, hey, buy this for $15,000. And when you buy it for $15,000, even though I was trying to sell it, even though I could not find any buyers yesterday for $10,000, buy it today for $15,000. And then who knows? Like, maybe you can advertise it and maybe you can find somebody to sell it to you for $20,000. That's the logic. That's what's going on here. So, oh yeah, Russell Westbrook, Curry. Who's the dude from the old days that used that led the league that has the assist record? The old white guy. What's his name? What's the old white guy? The white guy. John Stockton, 2. John Stockton, 3, yeah. Him, he's good. They're about to dump this. Stockton. Yeah, Stockton's good. 3. Curry, Westbrook, Stockton. Chris Paul not even top. Chris Paul not top 5. I can't even name the others. Magic, yeah, correct. Magic Johnson better than Chris Paul. Magic Johnson. 4. Chris Paul ain't top 5 to me. And I'll leave the other one for some. Paul P? Who's that? Paul Pierce ain't no point guard. Blazing? Who's that? Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson. No. Oscar Robertson? Man, Oscar Robertson was playing 100 years ago. Oscar Robertson is not better than these players today. They about to dump this, it appears. They about to flashbang this shit through this floorboard. This ES is looking bearish. This NQ is trying to goddamn roll over here. Enter into a short over here. Trying to target this maybe ill-advised. This trend line is going to come into the equation at some point in time later. Kyrie. Nah. Brunson's arguably one of the best Knicks players of all time now. Arguably. Top 5. Steph, Russell. Prime Kyrie over Stockton. Nah. Stockton got that assist record. Kyrie Irving is a better basketball player than John Stockton ever was. Yes, he is. If Kyrie Irving played John Stockton in his prime, Kyrie Irving would decimate. Kyrie Irving would fully decimate John Stockton. John Stockton wouldn't even be able to stop him at all. Like, there would be no hope for John Stockton. That's the part that, you know, no offense, because I'm getting a little bit older as well, but like that's the part that like people aren't understanding. Like, and this is like only the case whenever it comes to like basketball. Like, people don't understand how athletic and how good the players today are versus when they were 60 years ago. People have zero idea. I am seeing 15-year-olds take off from damn near the free throw line and then go between their legs. If Michael Jordan was doing that 30 years ago, your head would spin. Michael Jordan was doing dunks that even I was doing when I was like 16 or 17 years old. And I stopped playing like 5-6 years ago. I saw Jackson Hayes do an East Bay in an NBA game. In an actual NBA game, I saw it with my own eyes on a fast break. I remember when Vince Carter or somebody did an East Bay like 30 years ago on like those highlights because I wasn't alive 30 years ago. Like, people like lost their minds 35, 40 years ago. People were like, what was that? Oh my goodness, he's a magician. Now high schoolers doing it in NBA games. Now high schoolers do it in random AAU games. This is ridiculous. These people are so athletic, you have no idea how good these athletes are. So John Stockton would get roasted trying to guard Stephen Curry or trying to guard Kyrie Irving. He would have zero hope. There would be no hope for him. So he's a better player, but I just don't think that overall his contributions are just better. That's just me. So he can still he's still a better player. You know? Who's another top 5 point guard? But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Again, opinions are opinions. He had Karl Malone too. I'm pretty sure can't remember. Yeah, Karl Malone was solid. The mailman. I need to leave Karl Malone alone for that. I need to leave him alone. And they ended LeBron's career. Despicable. I said they ended LeBron's career. That's crazy. Steve Nash, Unc. Steve Nash is solid. I forgot about Nash. Well, I don't think Steve Nash was nothing too crazy, bro. Yeah, he won them 2 MVPs, but that's because his team was His team was revolutionary. Steve's top 10. That is correct. Steve Nash is the top 10 point guard of all time. That is correct. That is non-debatable. But those four, I think, are for sure the Mount Rushmore. And you know what I'm saying? Like you could give or take somebody else. Like maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like you could argue Chris Paul. You could argue, you know, somebody else. I can't even think of another top 5 point guard. So maybe Chris Paul. I don't know. But Kyrie Irving is not top 5 because Kyrie Irving has never been a first team All NBA. Or at least I don't think that he has. Kyrie Irving has never been first team All NBA. He's never been a top 5 player in the league. So how can he be a top 5 positional player in history? How can he do that? He's never been first team All NBA. Just stop and just think about that. How can you name Kyrie Irving a top 5 positional player of all time when at no point in time he's never been top 5 just in general in the NBA? Never. Kyrie just got a lot of hype. And I love Kyrie, I promise you. Like legitimately, Kyrie Irving overall, because I don't have favorite players because I have a lot of friends that are in the NBA. Like I have like a lot of close friends. Like literally some of my best friends are in the NBA. So like I don't have a favorite player. I don't have a favorite team. I just root for the team that like my friends play for. So, but I think that Kyrie Irving is a good dude. Like legitimately, like he's a good dude. Like legitimately. And like, you know, he's a higher level thinker. He thinks for himself and doesn't let people influence him. And he stands firm on his beliefs. And he doesn't try to hurt nobody. They tried to crucify that guy for not wanting to take that vaccine. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? When Charles Barkley was calling him a dummy, and Stephen A. Smith was calling him a clown and a fool for not wanting to get that vaccine, and then it turned out to be he was right. Y'all remember that? And they withheld $20 million of his money because of it, of his funds. I remember. I didn't forget. They always try to make Kyrie Irving seem like he's evil. Man, they just made a fresh new all-time high on this damn market. That's what they just did. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this damn market, boy. This market is just breaking loose. There's like nothing to stop this market. Like it's just like, this market is like possessed. Every day we go up a higher another 1%. There's nothing to stop this. So like I have to rant and ramble in order for time to just go by. There's nothing here. Like you cannot, there's zero market structure right now in order to trade this. Because they could stop this and then they could do this move here right now at this top and come here. If you long this, then they'll dump it and then they'll try to target a gap fill Thursday model. If you short this right now, then they'll use the NVIDIA to go up 6% and then they'll squeeze up in a liquidation straight line and then you'll close it up here at the top because you don't know when it's going to come back. I need to be trading a model and I need to trade draws and liquidity. That's what I'm going to do. Kyrie never been the best player on the team that was above 500. Yes, correct. Kyrie top 10, lock in. That 3 over Curry for the final clutch. Kyrie Bays too. Nah, Kyrie solid. He is. I like Kyrie. I don't got nothing negative to say about him. Kyrie Irving is actually one of my favorite players. That's why I said, like, I don't have favorite players, but like personality-wise, like I've never even met him. But personality-wise, like I just like what he stands for. I like people that speak their mind and that aren't afraid to speak their mind. And people that don't try to hurt nobody in the process. Kyrie Irving is a dude that speaks his mind and he stands firm on his beliefs. And, you know, he tries to help people out and he don't be doing too much. That's why I like him. For real. Be on alert. You need to be on alert. They could squeeze this. I consider SJ a point guard. Like, he not going to play off the ball and he top 3 all the time for me already. SGA is not better than, well, SGA is not better than Curry, Magic. Like history and legacy wise, he's not better than Curry, Magic, or Westbrook. I don't think so. I'm gonna be for real. I don't think so. He's a better basketball player than John Stockton ever was, yeah. But John Stockton was like 6'1", 6'2", and he was white and unathletic. And he played 45 years ago. So he cannot compare to SGA, who's 6'6" and athletic and can do and is a foul merchant. How SGA top 3, bro, and his run really just started like 2 years ago. How is he top 3 of all time? His run just started 2 years ago, bro. But you know who's the best big man in history that I've ever seen? Nikola Jokic is the best big man that has ever existed. Jokic is the best that I have ever seen play the game of basketball. Like Jokic is the best big man I've ever seen play the game of basketball by far. Like it's literally like not even close. No, it's close. Shaquille O'Neal is close, but he's the best. There's nothing better than what he does. Like he's a full-blown offensive engine. He passes. He leads the league in assists. There's nothing to stop that dude. Jokic is him. Nah, he better than Westbrook, sadly. Westbrook had good stats, but wasn't averaging 30 a game and could bring us a chip. Yeah. Bro, Westbrook averaged a triple-double, bro. Westbrook had the whole team on his back, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Bro, do not overlook the things that Westbrook was able to do, bro. And the things Westbrook is still doing, bro. Westbrook is still a beast right now. Don't get confused because that vet minimum. Man, look at them liquidation squeezes into these highs. There's nothing to stop these people. Damn, they log up the damn screen. Bring 3 home. Got to put them over to Westbrook, which hurt my souls. Yeah. Nikola is the most talented player to ever touch a basketball. It's effortless to him. Nah, hell no. He's not the most talented. No, he's not. He's not the most talented. He's not. Are you crazy? Come on, Alan. You're tripping. I know you're from Colorado, but dang. He is not. I can name 5 NBA players right now in the league that's more talented than him. Talented? Yes. LeBron is more talented. Come on now. You're tripping. Kevin Durant is more talented. Tripping. Who else is more talented than him? He has no athleticism. Correct. He's extremely skilled. There's so many different things that factor into that. Look at them just squeeze up into these highs. This is ridiculous. There's nothing to do with this. Look at this ES just liquidation breakout. Anthony Edwards, yes. Anthony Edwards is more talented than Nikola Jokic. Anthony Edwards is more talented than Anthony Edwards has more God-given talent than Anthony Edwards. I mean, than Nikola Jokic. He has more God-given talent. It's another dude. Victor Wembanyama has more God-given talent than him. I'm being for real. Hell, Bam Adebayo has more God-given talent than Nikola Jokic. Because I've played Bam one-on-one and I've seen the things he can do. In person, Bam is a beast. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm being dead serious. Because Bam's 6'10", and he can dribble, he can handle, he can shoot. Bam can shoot in real life. I promise you. I remember playing pickup with that dude. What's crazy is he wasn't even getting over on me for real. I thought he won all that. I'm being for real. Because me and him was about as damn near the same size, and I could do the same things he was doing. Like he wasn't doing nothing incredible. I didn't think that he was anything insane. I'm not talking down on him. I'm just being honest with you. But he is ridiculously talented. You need to be on alert. Nasdaq up 1% again today. Is athleticism considered talent now? 100% it is. 100% it is. Because athleticism can fully get you out of pickles, and athleticism can make you do things, and it can mask a lot of it can mask a lot of mistakes that you may make on the court. Like if you have a lapse in judgment and you're not paying attention and somebody runs by you and they go and like they go to go shoot a layup, if you have God-given fast twitch muscle fibers and you blink in the opposite direction and you twist and you turn and you can jump 45 or 50 inches off the ground and you have a 7'1" wingspan, you can catch a basketball 12 and a half feet off the ground and stop it from going inside the goal. And you just weren't paying attention. That is like talented God-given ability that like cannot be taught. Like that factors into talent. Like that's just like talent. Like that's just something that just cannot be taught. There's just nothing that somebody can do. Look at that goddamn market. This is ridiculous. Joker's real talented. It's time to play defense. Yeah, bro. He's slow-footed. That's what I'm saying. He's slow-footed. Like, offensive-wise, he's one of the best offensive engines I've ever seen. But he will get roasted if you put him in in one-on-one play. He's just slow-footed. Those are his limitations. Those are his full-blown limitations. But he can do almost anything. He can pass, shoot, dribbles decently for his size, good around the rim, has the best hands out of any big man I've ever seen in my life. Like, he has the best touch around the rim I've ever seen in my entire life, which is huge. High basketball IQ. The only thing he can't do is move his feet because he's not athletic. That's it. But even then, no, don't get it confused. He's still pretty athletic for who he is. It's just that he's playing with freak athletes. If Jokic was in like the 80s, he'd be athletic. Like, you'd be like, oh my goodness, that dude's a beast. If he was in the 80s, but he's not. He's surrounded by dudes that jump 50 inches off the ground like it's nothing now. Oh, Giannis is ridiculously talented. God-given ability. Just a runaway freight train. I forgot about Giannis. How did I forget about Giannis Antetokounmpo? Jokic should have 5 MVPs. That is correct. He should have he should have 5. No cap. For sure 4. How many you got now? 3 or 4? Bam, it's cold. I know. Curry got more God-given talent than both of them. That is no. Curry has something. Curry's a pioneer. Like, Curry has the uncanny ability to shoot, and the offense that he runs and the team that he's with makes him really, really shine and be really better than who he is. I'm being honest with you. But this is coming from a guy that just said he's top 5. Anthony Edwards is more talented than Steph Curry. He is. Because Anthony Edwards can shoot too. He just doesn't shoot as well as Curry. And Anthony Edwards is more talented. Like, Anthony Edwards is more athletic than he is. I'm being dead serious. Now, Curry has handles, but Curry is a byproduct of the offensive engine that the Golden State Warriors were and that god of a team that they had. Very similar to what SGA has going on. Very, very, very similar. Like, they just had a bomb squad and he was just the best player on the bomb, and he's just the best player on the bomb squad. You want to know how Curry doesn't have like generational talent because because when he plays next to generational talent, he shrinks. Because when Kevin Durant was on that team, Kevin Durant was the best player on that team, zero debate. Kevin Durant was the offensive engine that made them who they were. Now, they were running behind Steph Curry. They were, because you can't leave him open. But Kevin Durant is an assassin. They were neck and neck, but KD's better. That's how you know, to me. From basketball, like, that's how I know. I'm being for real. Okay, you're right. I looked up to make it. That's why Jimmy left. He poured his heart out for them and they couldn't get nowhere. Yeah. Jokic is the most skilled. That is correct. He is. Zero debate. Nah, for real. He kind of reminds me of a modern day Tim Duncan. He's very fundamental and a great team. Jokic is better than Tim Duncan. Play. Talk to that ring in the MVP. He's kissed him. He way better than Tim Duncan, but I see what you're saying. Correct. Jokic, yeah, that's exactly what I said. Giannis with a jumper might be the best of all time. If Giannis had a jumper, he would be the best player of all time. Yes, he would. Like, if Giannis could shoot, even like Jokic, he'd be the best player of all time. There'll be nothing to stop him. Yeah, for sure, he's better. I'm saying, like, how he moves reminds me of very calm. Curry grew up with an NBA father. That is correct. Curry had more opportunities as a young player in order to develop the skills required in order to succeed at a high level. Curry, quote unquote, I'm relating this to trading. Curry had more cracks at success. Curry got the opportunity to see success on a daily basis, which is what I'm trying to do right now with trading. I'm trying to guys, yeah, I'm going on rants. I'm talking about basketball, and some of y'all might not even know what I'm talking about, but this is deeper than the basketball. This revolves around me sitting here and me not shorting this market without confirmation. This revolves around me not long in this market right now because at the all-time high. I'm waiting for structure to form. There's small nuances and there's things that you need to be picking up on. You need to be paying attention to what we're doing on a daily basis and what we're showing. Curry had that opportunity on a daily basis. Curry got to be around millionaires. Make no mistake about it, every single thing that generates income is a business. You are the business. NBA players are a business. Their body is their business. Curry got to see from the age of 3 or 4 how the most successful business owners were running their business with their body. Their habits, the things that they did right, the things that they did wrong. His father had access to millions of dollars in order to cultivate that within him. You need to understand that. That's why Curry is the way he is. And his father, who was an excellent shooter, by the way, showed him how to shoot, and Curry molded that business into his own understanding. Del Curry is one of the greatest shooters of all time. Like, just pure jump shooters. And Curry took it to another level. That's what happened. And Curry got an opportunity. He did. And he never let go of that opportunity. That's what happened. Curry grew up with an NBA. I just read that. He was taught since a baby, not really God-given. It's work for talent. Brian would be like, God-given. That is correct. You cannot teach it. You cannot teach a guy being 6'8", 275 pounds that can jump 50, 60 inches off the ground and who's fast and who can think. You cannot teach that. I can teach you how to shoot a basketball if you're 3 or 4 years old and if I'm making $5 million a year. And my best and my closest friends are making $5, $10, $15 million a year. And you're just hanging around me all day. I can teach you how to shoot a goddamn basketball. You crazy as hell. I can do that. We need to be on alert. Facts, E. And as a bucket generator, regardless of the circumstances. Yeah, no, he's ridiculous. Came from nothing. He taught us as a baby. Came from nothing to something. That's correct. Yeah, Curry is a GOAT. He just had a great mentor, unlike a lot of the other greats. That is correct. That is correct. Yep, kind of like Bronny's situation. That is correct. I never understood the hate with Bronny. Man, they about to roll us over, boy. His father was nasty too. Pick his pops in the OG NBA jam and tell me I'm lying. Exactly. Who? Who's pops? Dale Curry, yeah. Bronny's situation is actually crazy because Bryce is really the one. Bronny is Seth. Bronny is not Seth. Bryce is not the one. Bryce is not the one. Bronny is better than Bryce has ever been. I'm being dead honest with you, bro. Bronny is better than Bryce has ever been. Bro, Bronny was a McDonald's All-American, bro. Don't let that media get to you, bro. Bronny was nice, bro. I don't know. Bryce looking nice now. He is. He's how? How you looking nice now? He redshirted. He didn't even play. How you gonna make that judgment? He redshirted. He didn't even play. Now, granted, he was on the best team in it. Now, granted, he was on the best team in college. So that's tough. He was literally playing for the best team in the entire NCAA, but still though. How? How's that possible? What you mean by that? I'm being dead serious. He didn't even play. You didn't even see him play this year. Like Bryce never played. Bryce was not top 25. Let me read this message. I consider SGA a priority right there. Almost exactly. He's just getting started. What other point guards have 2 MVPs, a Finals MVP, and a ring? Magic and Curry, and then SGA once he wins his MVP. Yeah. I don't consider him a point guard though, bro. I really don't. Like he's not like a. SGA is not like. SGA is not. Like SGA is not a point guard to me. He's not. Like he's not like a. He's not like he's a combo. He's not like a. He's not like a Westbrook. He's not like a. He's not like a. He's not even like a Kyrie for real. Like I would not throw the ball to SJ and be like, "Hey, get us into something." 90% of the time. Now, can he get off the ball and then like get people involved? Yes, he can. But like he's not like a, hey, take this and just run our team. They might start rolling this over. This market is ridiculous. I need to lock in. I almost just had a generational short if it wasn't for these all-time highs. It's 5-minute bitch. Did you TP that trade out? Because they up at this all-time high again. 11-17. You sure that? Yeah. Look at that. What is this market? Bro, Nvidia's up 5% right now. That's what's going on. That's what's going on with this damn market. Look at this. Look at this SIBI here. Bro, they're gonna go SPY 750. Oh my goodness. Boy, these people about to go SPY 750. I see it now. They're gonna go SPY 750. Are you kidding me? What in the hell? Am I living in a Twilight Zone, bro? Like, look at this blistering rally that this market has been on. Look at that daily candle. Look at this breakout. Are you kidding me? This market went from 630 to 750 in 6.5, 7 weeks. And then like a week was just going sideways. No, a week and a half was just going sideways. In 6 weeks flat, they took this in 5 weeks flat. They took this shit to 750. there is going to be no retest back into the zone. Like the breakout and retest people, like that's what I'm saying. This market doesn't have to retest nothing. They don't have to do anything, bro. Look at that damn market just break loose and go to heaven and go to heaven. Oh my goodness, dog. This is lunacy. Look at this first presented sippy. They're dumping it off. Took it a 2,000 minute buy. The next time we top of 5. Have a 5-minute busy. All right. Okay. Trend line being ran where? Ooh. Watch out for this. We need to watch out for this. All this aside, no longs. Watch out for this damn trend line. We need to look at this 15-minute candle. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight green 15-minute candles. Can you believe that? Like, where are we living at right now? Where like this is like a reality right now. 7 straight 15-minute candle closes on a gap fill Thursday. On no news. Well, the richest people in the world are on a plane to China to try to further their business obligations. So the entire tech industry is over there. The biggest executives from the tech industry and the people with the most amount of money are over there. The richest man in the world that's worth $800 billion is over there talking to China, talking to President Xi from China. Let that sink in. He's worth $800 billion, just so you know. He's over there, just so you're aware. 100 ticks to the downside. Target this trend line. Be on alert. That's what we need to be. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this, dog. The richest man in the world is over there. 73775. 737. This is ridiculous, man. Lower 73650. Lower 73650. I'm going to start to scale into a short.
Order filled.
I'm going to start to scale into a short right now. And I'm going to look at these imbalances or whatever over here. And I am going to start to scale into this short on one contract only. One contract only, and it's 100 ticks. One contract only, and it's 100 ticks. This is one contract only because I'm jumping the gun on this slightly. So I'm going one contract. If this thing goes to this full TP, it'll be $50. If they squeeze it up a little bit higher, like 100 ticks or so, I will then add another one contract onto this trade to then still target a lower drawn liquidity here. That's what's going on right now. Why am I trying to get $50? Because I need $200 to register a trading day with the Apex. That's why. That's why. One contract, $50 I'm trying to get. I'm trying to target this 1 in this 5-minute BISI to the downside. And then the snap of this trend line over here. I'm anticipating this trend line being snapped. And I'm looking at this damn ES getting ready to roll over from this trend line snap. And I want to see this ES remotely roll over and then target sell side from the zone. I'm trading models based off of what I see. No longer what I feel. Who cares about what I feel? I need to see what they're getting ready to do. That's what I need to be doing. How do we know when an account is blown? Because you won't be able to enter to a trade. It'll let you know. They're about to attack the sell side, it appears. Damn, look at that dump. Be on alert. Oh, shoot. I'm already over here at my damn goal. What the hell am I doing?
Order filled.
I'm already over here at the goal on the $230. Why? Because I need $200-something in order to register a trading day. So I cut the trade. I cut the trade over at the bottom. I wasn't paying attention. I cut it 40 ticks short, so that was from here to here. 746 to 728, 746. Damn, that was 75 ticks? Shit, I cut it short 25 ticks. Okay. Bullish. Still. 75 ticks. Guys, normally speaking, I normally do 40 to 50. But guys, I'm taking trades where I can seriously, clearly see them get ready to run 200 ticks. And then I'm going to evaluate right around 100 ticks or so. And I'm going to get the fuck out. So one contract only got me to my daily target goal that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm no longer trading based off of what I feel anymore. Why? Because this market doesn't care about what I feel. It was working for me for the last 2 years. But at all-time high like this, whenever they're doing weird stuff, like a dude worth $800 billion hops on a plane and goes to China, and another dude worth $300 billion hops on a plane and goes to China, and they start making backhanded deals like that, and then NVIDIA squeezes up 5.5% or 7.5% in 2 days because of it, there's nothing I can do with that. There's nothing that I can do with it. That's why this market's green right now. They're getting ready to dump this past this zone and then snap this trend line. Do not long this. Do not long this now. They're working on this trend line now. They're getting ready to come over here and flashbang this shit through this floor and tag this 15-minute busy. There's no scenario where I would long this right now. I don't give a damn what they do. There's no scenario where I would long this right now. So, oh my God, I would not do that. Be on alert. I don't give a damn about that pullback. That's more dangerous right now. This trend line is very dangerous. They're goofing around with this trend line. Be on alert. Trend line being ran, Jesse says, correct. But if you have the ball in your hands, you're the point. And even if you ever left OKC, whatever team you want, you would have the ball in his hands, bring it up and run in plays, like how you do with Canada. That is true. I could give you that. I could give you that. But he's never. But even when he was a rookie, like he was never a point guard. Like, I guess it could. I mean, like, please don't tell me to join your. I'm just here for a conversation. What? Well, tell me why I blew my account. Why'd you blow up your account? Why'd you blow up your account? What happened to you? What'd you do? Please don't tell me to join your. I'm just here for a conversation. Conversation, $2,500. Link inside bio. Join up. I'm just teasing, man. I know you just lost, so maybe that's not funny. I lost $20 today. Couldn't take the loss. Ended up going all in. Yeah, no, that's not good. So, I mean, what do you want me? You said you're just here for the conversation. I don't know what strategy you're. I'm not trying to sell you on $40 for the Discord or for the Knowledge Center. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna try my hardest. He said that made me laugh. Okay, good. Holy shit! Look at that volume balance that they're getting ready to dump. See, man, look. I'm not gonna trade any more based off of feel. Like, look at this. Close at 720.87, and then the low of this is 98. That is an 11-point volume balance, but we're up here at the all-time high. Everything within me right now tells me to short this right now because they're getting ready to flash bang this through this floor and then target this 11-point volume balance. But like what happens is we're up here at the all-time high, so they could do this and then do this. No longer going based off of draws and liquidity based off. I'm going based off of the goddamn market structure. I'm not doing that shit. Now listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've been having I'm not gonna lie. I've been having a rough last month and a half. I'm not gonna lie. But in the last month and a half, I've still withdrawn like $50,000. I've still made like $20,000 off the prop firms though. And I've had that's slow. For me. They're getting ready to flashbang this shit right now through this floor. Hold on right quick. Hold on. Let me turn on my trade copier. On the Apex alone. Let me turn this off. I'm not gonna lie. But see, the problem is yes, I've withdrawn 50,000, but I took like $20,000 in losses on my cash account. That's what's been roasting me. They're getting ready to come over here to the zone and they're getting ready to target this 11-point volume imbalance to the peers. But see, the problem with this is see, what I was doing before was I would short this at all-time high right now to then try and target this, and the risk to reward was not there. I need to be taking trades with a better risk to reward. So like they need to squeeze this up inside the zone. Then I need to take the trade based off of that to then target this. No longer am I going to take a trade and my full TP is 50 ticks away. Because I'm getting roasted because they'll go up 100 ticks and then like I'll be in trouble. So I can see where they're going, but I'm not going to take the trade unless it's like a 3 or 4 hour, then I'm going to be out at 1 hour. That's what I'm going to do. Like this. Like I'm going to close it over at the bottom. Why? Because it's all-time high. They could fuck around with me. Let me lock in. I appreciate you, my boy, for what happened? 1150 can squeeze. Hold on, stop. It's 1145. Shorts are bent. How did you learn to trade? Years, bro. Giving tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to the market maker in order for me to be at this level. Years, bro. And I'm trying to spare everybody from having to go along that journey, bro. I'm being dead serious, bro. 1150 coming up. You know, we need to lock in. We got 1 or 2 more minutes. Years, bro. Just like for real, bro. So everything that I went through, I don't want nobody to go through that. I studied charts until my eyes were bleeding. And I had to open up my own hedge fund. I had to do so many different things. Listen to me. They're going to attack this, and this volume balance is going to get filled at some point in time today. They're going to flashbang this shit through this floor. I'm trying to tell you, do not long this. There's no scenario where you press this long button right now until they do this. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? If they don't fill this volume balance here, everybody in here, everybody inside here gets 50% off for the next month. Everybody inside gets 50% off if they don't fill this volume balance here. 50% off the Discord. I'll send out a 50% coupon if they don't do it. That's how I know they're getting ready to do it. That's how I know. 50% off. Watch them do it. Timestamp that. Okay. Okay. Done. No 50% off coupon. You don't get to save $5. Done. They came to the zone and filled it. Why? Close at 87, lower this candle 87. It gets filled at 88. No, you don't get to save $5 on your membership. Full price, $11 you pay. Damn it, E. I'm telling you, bro, that was going to come there. That was an 11.1 million. But I'm not going to take that. But see, look, I'm not going to short this anymore and do some weird shit, like short it. And then me personally, because look, it just has not been working for me as in this environment. Because I'll short this on like 20, 30 contracts, and then I'll lose. Why? Because all-time high, so they'll go up 2 or 3 candles, and then they'll go. I'm going to wait for clear market structure to form, like this shit here. Like, this was the adjustment that I made last night. I'm waiting for this and for this and for this. And then when they roll it over like this, I'm shorting it here to then target here and here. And I'm out like here. No more. No more. I've completely changed now. The market was telling me, who am I not to listen? The market was saying, I'm at all-time high. Why you keep goofing around with me? Why are you guessing it? There's nothing to guess off of. How can you go off a field? Yeah, it's been working for you. Guys, this market don't give a shit about no damn 3 or 4 month long win streak. Well, I didn't go that long without losing. A month and a half win streak that I went. Who gives a fuck about that? Rent is due today. And I'm telling you, they're getting ready to come to. They're getting ready to come down in here. Time step 1149. This 1150 macro is coming about at the top of this move here. This is dangerous. I personally think that they're getting ready to roll this over and then snap this trend line, and I think they're getting ready to come here. That's just what I personally think in my brain. I think that they're getting ready to snap this trend line, and this trade that I took is getting ready to come through to fruition, and they're getting ready to come here to the zone. This is an intraday trend line that they're working on. You know what happens with those. Be on alert. What? Squeeze, damn it. Nah, I ain't on no squeeze. How about this? Hold on. Let me turn off my damn trade copy or my Apex accounts. Turn on my trade copy with the Apex. Hold on, where's it at? Trying to stack days on the Apex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Off and done. That shit hurts real. Hold on, what happened? Let me read these messages. You've grown on me, man. I've grown on you? What happened? Bro, quiet. Swarm, you've been following me for 270 days. What you mean grown on you? We have a relationship. What happened? What you mean I've grown on you? We've been in this since the beginning, bro. Come on, brother. Sheesh. I thought I had more love than that. Also, extremely hard to trade all-time high. You're correct. There's nothing to go off of. You're literally buying a car that was priced at $10,000 yesterday for $15,000, and you're going, hey, I'm going to buy this, and maybe hopefully somebody will give me $18,000 for this car. Like, this is ridiculous. Be on alert. Lock out the account and just sit back on your hands. That is correct. I took off the risk. Timestamp is only 11:50, so I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to wait. Timestamp is only 11:50. I am also going to pay attention to the models, and I don't give a shit about this trend line here that they got going on. I'm not going to short this at 11:50. I'm going to follow my rules strictly for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And even if I only make $200 or $300 for the next 2 weeks, hopefully that'll buy me some time to the point to where this market displaces from making all-time highs every single day, and we live in a geopolitical war tension environment, and then maybe, just maybe, that'll net me, $15,000, $20,000 or so in the payout from taking those trades. I took one trade today on 3 micros and 1 mini, and I'm up $230. One trade today, 3 micros and 1 mini, and I'm up $230. If I do this for 10 days, max payout. Well, not that, because I got to build a buffer. 15 days, max payout. Half a month, about almost a month. 2.5 weeks, max payout. Do you understand that? So that's my mentality right now. I'm not goofing around with these people. I want to short this right now, but the model says no, so I will follow the model. I don't give a damn about how I feel anymore. Be on alert. Why can't I just be right? Oh, what happened, bro? I'm just reading these messages now. Why can't I just... Hold on, man. Let me pull up this Discord. We need to be on alert. 50% off. They filled that volume balance. I just read that. Bro, lock out the account. Okay, I just read that. These messages don't have timestamps. And then they get bogged down when people join it. I should have just took that $20, bro, and regret not taking that $20. The issue at hand is not the $20. The issue at hand needs to be that you need to correct that thing that you just did. Because if you took the $20 today, then you wouldn't have taken it a week or two from now. So that's not the issue. That needs to be corrected. The issue is not the money that you lost or the account that you blew today. The issue is the mistake that's prevalent in your trading that needs to be corrected. A good mentor is going to tell you that. That is 100% undeniable. Because if you just coasted by doing that and by not understanding that, and let's just say you went on a crazy win streak for a month or two, and you were trading 10 accounts, you would then not take that same money, and this issue would rear its head when you trade in 10 accounts and you blow 10 accounts instead of just one. The issue needs to be corrected. It's not about the account that's blown. Your trading skill needs to be developed and it needs to be cultivated. Anyone that's telling you differently, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm being honest with you. Unc, I need 150. You don't need 150. You need a good trade setup. That's what you need. Blazing. My boy, my guy, you my man. So you know how I talk. You don't need 150. You need a good trade setup. That's what you need. And you need not short this 1150 macro. That's what you don't need to be doing. Who gives a damn about that trend line? This model says blindly long it damn near and you'll be green. We don't short this. So because we're up at the all-time high, I'm not gonna long this. Because it's the 1150 macro, I'm not gonna short this. I am not going to buy, me personally, I'm not going to buy at the 1150 macro here. They can squeeze this shit into oblivion if they want to, fine, F them. But I'm not going to buy this here at the top of this nose bleeding ratty like this. Look at this damn market. Look at this. I'm not going to do no shit like that. I'd rather them just dump it and then this just be the one time where the model don't work out. I'm not going to do I'm not going to do no weird shit like that. Look at them. Just look at them squeeze it out of this 1150 model. Look, market never went lower than 1149, 1148. Look at that. Look at that. Just look at the market just break loose. Bro, I win more than I lose. It's just that one loss be hundreds. Then your risk management is lacking. Dude, you see, Alan just said it just now. I just read it. Risk management. That is correct. See? Alan's inside Discord. He's telling you right now. He's telling you the truth. The beautiful thing about Discord is it's not just going to be me. There's going to be other people that say the same things to you, and they're going to know what they're talking about, and then they're going to help you. It's not just me. You're not just paying for me or to have access to somebody who knows what they're talking about. You're having access to a lot of different people. So he's telling you the truth. That's how they get us. That's correct. That's my issue, correct. But it's just the fact of losing, bro. Like, wrong ones does something to my brain. Yeah. You want to know why? You're greedy. You're greedy in the opposite direction. Greed has nothing to do. Well, greed doesn't only constitute you making money. Greed has things to do with, well, I know that I'm wrong, and I could take $100 loss right now. Or you know what? I could hold until it goes back to break even, and then you lose 1,000. And you lose 10 times more. That's greed. You're being greedy because you don't want to let it go. That needs to be cultivated. And you need to see somebody. What you need to do is that you need to see somebody talk about that and somebody master that. And you need to implement. That's what's going on with you. I'm being honest. Breeze, you funny, bro. I like you. I just wanted some money, bro. I try to be when I'm up. I'm up, but damn, bro, it looks like I just got to stay quiet. What you mean? Stay quiet for what? What you talking about? We just talking. Losing money makes me go to work early. Yeah. Come enforcing overtime that day. I feel you, fam. Black as the sheep says. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, exactly. Take a losing trade. You asking your boss for overtime. Shh. You hit one of these bangers over here. You catch one of these moves. Your boss come in and say, Larry, did you finish those damn reports that I sent you 3 weeks ago? Hey, watch your mouth. Like Kermit the Frog. Hey, watch your mouth. Who are you talking to? Watch your mouth. I am the captain now. I am the captain now.
Hey E, I'm trying to purchase Apex, and I'm signed up. I'm on the chart. How can I purchase it?
Oh, you gotta go to the side where it says sign up and 50K thing, and then on the Apex website, and then put in the code. What's it saying? The code should be there.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I need to go on the website and just.
Yeah, Apex Trader Funding. So yeah, go to Apex Trader Funding. Make sure you sign in using your email address, and then make sure that you sign up for a 50K Tradeovate account. What you honestly speaking, I would go end today. I would go end today drawdown account if I was you, because the end of the drawdown account is going to be a better risk management. They'll stop you out if you lose $1,000 in a day, and then like, they'll give you more grace if it goes up or if it goes down. They'll give you a little bit more grace. That's what I would do. But the end of their drawdown account is going to be like $30. The trailing drawdown account is going to be like $25, something like that. It's going to be something like that. With a 90% off sale, which is what they're doing right now.
Okay, would I be able to trade that on TradingView too?
Absolutely, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Longer, it's the 1150. Hell no, not up at the top. Did you not hear that analogy that I said about that card? Dev from Discord
Thank you,
is
sir.
blindly long. Yes, sir. Dev from Discord is blindly long in it. That's him. Why? Because I can't tell him how to trade. He has back tested this model. He's blindly long in it. Blindly long and reign supreme. He's blindly long in it. Best believe I long that See? He's blindly long in it. That's his model. His risk management might be different than mine. So I can't tell you what to do. The model is there. You need to back test the model yourself, personally. But I can't tell you what to do with the model. That's you. Felt right today. See? I'm gonna block that dude. No scammers. On my M&M, not really. I disagree. I feel like it's the only way to trade all-time high is just the long. How to trade all-time high is on pullbacks. You long it, yes. That's why beginners are reigning supreme right now because which is what I stopped doing. So like I stopped trying to, get into all kind of weird stuff, and I'm just trading a chart in front of me. Like I'm no longer going off field. Beginner and intermediate traders, they're going to reign supreme in this environment because they're just going to trade just based off what they see. They're not adhering to the dangers that this ES looks like this. You see what I'm saying? Like on a pullback, they go, oh shoot, let me buy. And then like every single pullback is just fuel to go higher. So like they can get rich doing that. But like, if you're adhering to risk management, you're looking at this chart, you're going, bro, there's no way in hell like I should buy this right over here on this candle right here. They could dump this on me. This is scary. Let me just wait. And then you get chopped up. Or if you short it over here thinking they're getting ready to go lower and they squeeze it, you close it up here at the top because you go, well, we could go higher. So it plays with your mind up at the all-time high. I need to be trading what I'm seeing, not what I'm feeling. And that 1150 macro model is something to be studied.
I can only buy one at a time.
Huh? Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah, one at a time. Yeah, and you can't just purchase 10 all at the same time. They do that on purpose because people will just say, hey, I pressed the button one time and then 20 charges came onto my account. They want you to click on that button every single time. Left me blind. Yeah, who said what? Factual. Learning to sit on hands instead of chase price, especially with the model correct. Well, because I'm up and coming trader, I got to go to sleep for my overnight shift. All right, boy, Breeze, we'll holler at you, man. Do you have a mentor? Padre says, yeah, absolutely. Do you, Padre? Yeah, he made millions and then disappeared like Avatar. Who said that? Who made millions and disappeared like the Avatar? Who did that? So my mentor really dipped out, though. I think he made his first million, just left. Who was that? Give the name. Who's your mentor, Breeze? My brother's best friend before he left. He put me on Aristotle. That's who he left me with. But Aristotle made me lose thousands. So I got my first $15,000 loss with him. And guess what? The cost of that tuition was $15,000. That's how much you paid. I'm being dead serious. That was the cost of the tuition. Who was that dude? What kind of stuff was he telling? What kind of stuff was he telling you? Did you get the chance to see that dude trade live every day? Don't sign up for nobody course if you can't see them trade live. And if they're not being transparent with you and if they're not calling this market out, don't do no shit like that. I'm being dead serious. Don't do no shit like that. you're gonna get roasted because you don't know if it works or not, or like if they fabricating shit. I need to see a body of work before I even give you $11 or $10. I need to see for myself. That's what I need to see. Honestly, that's why I don't do Discord no more. See what you see? See? That's wrong right there. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That mentality right there is wrong. So because your first driving instructor gave you wrong instructions, you just gonna hop behind the wheel of the car now and then still not know what a gas pedal is and just hop behind the wheel of the car and just start driving on I-85 in the middle of traffic and just trying to figure it out? Does that make sense to you? Just because your first mentor showed you how to open up a business, a restaurant, and he showed you how to open up the chum bucket from SpongeBob instead of opening up the Krabby Patty. I'm just Krabby Patty. That's how old I am. Instead of opening up the Krabby Patty is the sandwich. Instead of opening up the Krusty Krab, what? You just gonna try and open up a brand new restaurant yourself? Are you crazy? You need to be seeking out the proper guidance, and you need help in regards to navigating this. You're trying to run a multi-million-dollar business, bro. That's what you're trying to do. I mean, like that's at least what I hope you're trying to do. I'm just being honest with you. Let me block this person. That's why I left this group chat. What? Honestly, that's why I don't do Discord. I read that. You need to take a break from trading with money. Yeah. Marcus will always be correct. Jones says, yeah. Bro, I can't. I just turned 30, and I got to do something with my life. This is the only thing I know. This 12-way lunch week about to come up, and they're about to dump this. We need to be on alert. Yeah, you damn sure to do something for real. I'm not going to lie, boy, Breeze. You need to seek out a mentor, and, bro, listen. All this aside. Man, listen here. Bro, listen here, bro. I'll help you out, bro, and I'll do you a favor. I hope y'all not do you a favor. This is what I'll do for you. Just for you. And well, for everybody else that's listening as well. Hold on. I'll do you a favor. All this aside. But they about to dump this for this 12-way lunch week. Be on alert. Be on alert. That tells you about my psychology. Bro, I'll do you a favor, bro. Listen. Just for you. Just for you, listen. If you join our Discord and if you show up, I'll give you a 30% off coupon for everything. Discord is normally $40 per month. The Knowledge Center is $11 per month. Discord is $29 per month. It'll be a 30% off coupon. That means that you could join Discord for 30 days for about $20. That's flat out ridiculous. You get 4 free mentorships. You get to see me trade live. You get to have access to other traders inside here. You get to ask questions. You get to see the models. You get to study. I'll do you a favor. I'll show you the proof a little bit later, depending upon the market conditions, about people inside here changing their lives. I'll do that. So if you put this code in right over here that I just sent out, I'm getting ready to pin it. It's FARUQ. No, because I'm not going to give you something and not everybody else. But, and then I don't DM people first. But you can DM me for $20. If you feel as though that you don't improve within 30 days, message me, and then I'll refund you your $20. I'm being dead serious. So, there's no reason on this why you should not join. There's zero debate. If after 30 days you feel as though that, hey, my $20 was not well spent, message me and I will refund you. So help me God, I swear to God. I'll refund you. And everybody inside here knows how I operate. Every single person knows how I do. Like, I'm not in here, bro. Like, I'm not trying to make money on people. I'm being dead serious. I'm not. So for you and for everybody else, if you sign up and like if you use that code, now listen, the people that's already inside here, I apologize that you can't save $10 this month. But since you struggle, you say you lost $15,000, I help you out. So you put that code in. You click the link inside my bio and you follow the instructions. And that goes to everybody else that's new as well. If you feel as though, personally, that it was not worth your $20, which honestly speaking, you can't speak to no millionaire trader for no less than $500 an hour. And you get 4 2.5 hour long classes a month anyway. And they're free. So that alone goes without saying. Let alone trading live every single day. And then access to all my models. But you got to try though, and you got to read. You got to be willing to study. And you got to be willing to show up. You do that, and if you feel as though it's not worth your $20 and go, hey, bro, I showed up, man, and I tried, man. Can I get my $20 back? I'll refund you. After 30 days, but I want to see. And I want to see you showing up to the classes, too, on the weekends. I want to see. And if you can't show up to the classes because you're working, I want you to review the classes because I post them inside the Discord. And I want you asking questions while you're inside here, and I want you learning. It's 30% off for whatever payment that you decide. If you decide to do 100 days, because you're not going to be able to study everything in 30 days, but you'll get a grasp. You cannot study everything that Discord and that Knowledge Center has to offer in 30 days. That's impossible. That's 100% impossible. You won't be able to do that. I'll do you that favor, because I know for a fact what's inside here. I'll do you that favor. It's FARUQ. I'll pin it again. Theo, don't miss out on this. Wait, you ready? DM me though. But okay, I got you. You write it down. I just pinned it. FARUQ. Then link it's on my bio. If you DM me and if you say hi, I'll shoot you a connection video. But that goes to everybody inside there. Everybody inside there can use that code. Thank you, E. That's love. Absolutely. Thanks, Lavish. And it takes it off both pages too. It's 30%. So if you want to be inside there for 90 days, if it's normally like $100 or something like that for both, then it'll make it like $65 or $70 for like 90 days access. So that's up to, however you want to spend that 30% off is up to you. That's up to you. We'll figure it out. So that way I can see your screen and you can send screenshots in there and I can know what the hell you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And we can improve. And I need to see you showing up. And you need to be locked in. You need to be studying. You need to be trading these models. You need to be paying attention. And you need to be exercising discretion. But don't beat yourself up anyway, too. These are the hardest times to trade that I've ever seen in my life. But we're going to navigate it together. Look at where I closed out on this short at. Jesus Christ. I would have been roasted if I would have held on to that short. Why is all-time high? I don't trust them. Look at where I closed out at on this candle. That's ridiculous. How did I buy at 728.75 and the low of this candle was 729.75? How's that possible? How's that possible? I promise you, if you listen in here and take notes and listen how he talks through this market, your eyes will open. That is correct. No school, no trade. I was the D in school. Man, this market don't care about that boy Breeze. This market don't care about that, bro. This market doesn't care about what you've done before, what you haven't done before, bro. I got high school dropouts, bro, in here that make $40,000 to $50,000 a day. I'm being dead serious. I got high school dropouts in here, bro, that'll turn themselves into multimillionaires. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. I can show you right now. I haven't been talking about him as of late, but you get the point. And he sent out the statements inside of how much he's making too. He literally said, I'm a high school. Show proof here. Also, proofs in the pudding here. Sure, I put in the work, but NQ's insider knowledge in this community made this possible. I just bought a Ford F-150 Lariat for 48 cash deal. 4 weeks of trading, and this purchase was only 80% of my payouts. Love all you guys. I turned 21 this July, which is 20 now, which will be just 6 months in this community, and I'm taking 5% of my payouts over the next 6 months and buy as many evals, blah, 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 blah. He says, and I want to give it away to help kickstart new members and people still put in the work even though they can't see their progress. Sometimes all you need is for someone to remind you that you are working for and provide a bit of help getting there. And that's why I want to give away accounts instead of just money. He said, what did he say? This is what I was trying to show. To get money, you have to learn and not give up to earn it. And if my high school dropout, 20-year-old family outcast self can do it, anyone can. Here it is, look. And he sends me his bank deposit and his bank statements. Recently had a 100K month, right? That is correct. He makes about $100,000 a month now at prop firms. When he first joined in here, he was only making $4,000 to $5,000 a month. This is him. From all the way from the beginning here. I've been averaging 5 to 6K months before, and my P&L for this month overall, my fund is already at 22,000. I'm still losing. I'm just winning a lot bigger than I've been losing. He says, and I haven't even experienced revenge trade or FOMO not once using this strategy. I owe my firstborn child to you, he says. See? And he sends out the P&Ls inside here nonstop. And this ain't no flash in the pan either. Last month he made $50,000 in cash directly into his bank account. And he sends it to me, as you can see. Then the next month he made $50,000 again. And then this past month he made $100,000, and then this month he made another $100,000. And he sends out here. He's now a multimillionaire. Total for March. It's just crazy. Beyond blessed to be here and prosper for my efforts and opportunity you have for your knowledge and your support. You can read it yourself. I could go on and on with these. Non-stop. I told him that it was just the beginning for him. I told him that months ago. I told him. Anyway. It's not going to be easy. You got to lock in. Be on alert. There's other examples, but I want to focus up on this trading. I promise you, bro, there's dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon dozens, probably about 100 plus of these I could show you. I don't trade NQ though. I trade SPY. I do options. There's a lot of people say I do options as well. It's the same thing. What's the difference? You see me looking at the SPY. What's the difference? You're trying to understand liquidity on how to read the market. You're understanding the imbalances. Just because you don't trade NQ doesn't mean that you still can't understand how it's moving and how it relates to the SPY. What's the difference? The trading itself is universal. You don't have to trade NQ with these prop firms. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If you're trying to go from zero to hero the fastest, you need to get rid of them options. That's your problem right there. How you trade? Listen, does your cash account have at least $30,000 to $40,000 in cash in it? Yes or no? Does your cash account have at least $30,000 to $40,000 in cash in it? Yes or no? No, 500. So how the hell you trading options with $500? Now 200. How is that possible? How? The reason why, how are you adhering to the day trading rules? How are you doing that? Call or put, be 100 per con. But what I'm saying is like, how can you enter and exit fluidly from these trades? Because if you take more than 5 of those trades in a week, they'll ban you. You're playing with one hand behind your back. Timestamp 1219. Be on alert. What is that? Close at 82. Higher. 76. How? Bro, if you're trying to go from zero to hero the fastest, you need to be on these prop firms. That's what you need to be doing. I'm being dead serious. They about to attack this sell side and attack 720.86. damn it, you check the Discord. Let me read. I've had it marked out, man. They about to flash bang this shit through this floor and run this shit right now. They about to go. This is bearish. Be on alert. They about to come here to the zone here. You need to be on alert. You need to watch this. What's up with the Discord? What'd you say inside the Discord? I'm confused. I don't see it. Trend line on NQ. 4 taps. Where? Be on alert. Where? Where? Scroll up. My
Dicks in
mentor
my
tripping.
ass.
What happened? Your mentor tripping. What'd he say?
Dicks in my ass.
What happened? I'm confused here. What happened, bro? I'm confused. Guess he took you up on that offer, huh? What are you talking about? Man, they about to dump this. GG's though. I'll be back tomorrow, then, man. All right, then, man. We'll see you tomorrow. What happened? I'm confused, Dev. I'm lost. Bro, they left this volume balance back over here. This right over is what they're trying to fill. That's why I didn't short it. That's why I said, what the hell was that? What we thinking about that 6 on the Qs? Yeah, I seen that. Scroll up. You talking about that? When 100 ticks to the downside, it snapped in a paper tray. It snapped it. It's paper tray. They coming back. E, that's you, dog. Yeah. I said I was going to clip it. Oh. Oh. Look at that guy body shoot past this volume balance. Look at that. Man, look at that volume balance they left behind. Yeah, that was a 6. I was getting ready to short that until I seen that. If that volume balance was not here, I would have shorted on this candle, on this green candle here. But I saw that they was getting ready to come back for it. That's why I elected not to do nothing. And now they're right back to doing nothing. Look at this damn trend line they got going on here. I'm going to start scaling to a short position right now.
Order filled.
For trying, so like 3 contracts trying to get 100 ticks to the downside off of this trade. Timestamp 1222. So I'm gonna try and get 100 ticks to the downside off of this. I'll be right back. I'm in a short right now because they just filled that volume balance. They gave me a better entry into a short. I want to see them snap this trend line and potentially come over here lower inside the zone. Be on alert. They could take forever to do this. Be on alert. Tell me out, OG. And a hell of a drawdown rent due. Short this then. With me. Come to the dark side. Jesse start laughing at the horn. Tres leches, Mexican war. Be on alert. 100 ticks to the downside. This trade is full TP at 29,749. Snap of this trend line potentially. Be on alert. I'll be right back. I gotta get some water. Hold on. Watch that. Be on alert. alert. Watch out for that trend line. Be on alert. Watch out for that trend line. Looks like a short with no stop. How would I do that? I'm in 3 micros. What would I do that for? I'm in 3 micros. I could cut this right now, 60 ticks.
Order filled.
Why? Because I don't trust them. If they bounce it again, I'll reshort it. 70 ticks. I'm taking trades where I can see 200-300 tick moves, and I'm out. Look at that goddamn dump. Trade goes straight to the goddamn TP if I would have held another 10 more seconds. That trade went straight to the TP. You know, that was 100 ticks just now, from here to here. Up here at the top. Just so you know, it was free money. You tell them, turn this shit around. Man, they about to snap this trend line, boy. This is a short all day. Close the trade out 70 ticks, scammer. Damn. Should have been 150 bucks. Damn, 3 micros is $150? It's 3 micros? Sheesh. That's not bad. They about to snap this trend line. Bearish. Are you on alert? Hey. Hey. Bro, we shorted up here at the top. Trend line. Market structure. Did you just forget that they was just trying to dump this shit? I like that horn. This is bearish. They're getting ready to come into the zone and trip off this alert. They're snapping this trend line. I got out to be safe. So, rinse through, Unc. I told you to short it. Look at that. They flash banded through this floor. What the hell was that? Alert. Oh, that was that volume balance. Bearish. Now, look at that goddamn dump. Jesus Christ. Look at the alarms go off. I'm trading market structure. I'm not trading based off of what I feel no more. I can see it. What a great horn. Yeah, that wakes people up. Help me out, OG, and a hell of a drawdown rent deal. Okay, I just read that. GG's though, I'll be back. Okay, I read that. You have a better day today? We winning? Yes, sir. No more I feel trades. I got roasted doing that. Why? Because the market's up at the all-time high. They don't got to do nothing that makes sense. I'm going to wait for structure to form, and I'm going to short it at the top, and I'm going to long it at the bottom. Whenever structure forms, and I'm going to target shit like this. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take a base hit every single time that appears. And I'm going to stop trading. Like right now, as it stands right now, I'm up $300 on these accounts, and I'm up $200 and some on my funded, and I registered a legitimate trading day on my funded accounts with the Apex. And I'm going to rinse and I'm going to repeat this over the next week and after 2 weeks, and I'm gonna try and take 20,000, 1,500 times 10, 15,000, 1,500 times 6. I'm gonna try and take 20-something thousand, $25,000 from withdrawal. That's what I'm gonna do. This is bearish. Don't long this. Show proof. All right. Okay. I already read it. We already did that. 490 up next. What? They're about to roll this over. They're ready to come over here to this zone next to 663. That's what they're getting ready to do. This is rolling over. Be on alert. I'm on 650 today with $12 left to pass by 50K. Should I walk away and keep trading? If your boss handed you $650, would you keep trading? Would you just say, hey, I want to file more papers today, boss. I love you. Or would you just walk away and go home? You let me know which one you're getting ready to do. Because my boss just gave me $300 just now. Up here at the all-time high. We need to exercise discretion. Every trade goes right to the TP today under this new regime. I'm still profitable. I'm still averaging 25,000 a month, but I've lost. I lost 2 days in a row. That's rare. I never lose like that. I had a dude log into the live stream yesterday. He was like, "Man, I never seen you lose like this before." He been watching me for like a year almost. Yeah. When he said that, that was a slap in the face. It woke me up. I said, "Man, you're right. I lost 2 days in a row. I need to adjust. I need to listen to what the market's telling me. Who the hell am I? I'm nobody." So I adjusted. And I'm clearly trading market structure now. I'm clearly trading the concepts. I'm not like I don't just see a liquidation squeeze and go, well, I'm gonna short this on this candle because they gotta go lower. They don't gotta go lower. It's all time high. They don't gotta do nothing. We need to be trading internals like this again. We need to see shit like this form, and we just short it here to then target shit like this here. That's what we need to be doing. We need to not be going, well, they liquidation squeezes, so they gotta go lower. They don't gotta do nothing. This is geopolitical war tension environment. Just join Discord. I'm Ecom. Thanks for the code. All right, Lav. Yeah, you've been watching for a while, Lav. Same thing goes to you. If you feel as though that 30 days is not worth it, message me. I'll refund you the $20, whatever what you pay, the $20 or so. Message me. I got you. That goes for everybody. Use the code FARUQ, F-A-R-U-Q. Takes 30% off of everything. You let me know. Show up to the mentorships, though. If you message me and say, hey, bro, can I get my $6 back from that knowledge center? It's been 35 days. I'm going to message you and I'm going to say, bro, well, first off, I'm going to look at you and be like, bro, you want a $6.50 refund back? But okay, that's fine. But then I'm going to ask you, I'm going to say, well, listen, did you show up to the mentorships on the weekend? I'm going to ask you that question. I'm going to say, did you study? What's your journal look like? Were you taking this seriously? Did you come up with 2 or 3 different things that you're seeing? Whether or not that we go up or down? What's your bread and butter set up? I'm going to ask you these questions. Have you been watching this in your free time? Or on your free time, are you going to the strip club and just goofing around on the weekends? What are you doing? Are you serious about trying to make $2,000 or $3,000 a day? $15,000, $20,000 after like a few months of understanding it? Every 7 to 10 days. Are you serious about this? Are you taking this seriously or are you goofing around? That's what I'm gonna ask you. Because you do know that in order to, not him, not Lavish, but like everyone, like you do know that in order to run a multi-million-dollar business, it requires discipline, right? Like you can't just open up a multi-million-dollar business and the customers just run in. Code should have been Unc. That's a little bit too simple, because people might guess that out, and then, like I have random people in here joining for like $3, for like $4. Believe it or not, like I think that I might actually be losing money on that deal. Cause like if you join for like $5 or $6, then like I 100% don't make any money on that because they take the fees and like the taxes. I literally might make like 25 cents off that. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. So if I refund you, then I only lose out on $1. Personally. That's why I'm willing to trade every single day in front of everybody. Because my income is not dependent upon you joining this Discord and you actually figuring out how to learn. My income is not dependent upon that. That's why that's why I'm also willing to tell you the truth too. If I'm charging $2,500 a month, I don't want you to succeed. I want you to stay handicapped as long as possible. That's what I want. Because why would I want you to succeed? Why would I do that? Why would I want you to understand this shit for? What's my incentive? Just stop it. Just think about that. Why? Why would I want you to turn profitable? Because if you have any common sense, you're going to be like, bro, this is $2,500 a month. I could buy a G-Wagon for this price. I'm not going to stay subscribed to this. I'm going to get out of here. But if I keep feeding you along, slowly but surely, you're going to stay subscribed for like 6, 7, 8, 9 months. You don't need that long. You don't need no damn 10, 11 months. No lifetime membership. Hell no, get the hell out of here. Or only stay subscribed because of the respect. And then you can help others in turn, and then it becomes a great community of highly profitable traders. The profitable traders inside here, they laugh. They laugh. Whenever the $29 comes out of their account, they laugh. They do, and they make fun of us. What a great horn. All right. Yeah. All right, Dev. Catch you later. Be on alert. They laugh and they send a screenshot. What about Wolf? Who's that? Nah, facts. Who's that? Better just go long term. What you talking about? Nah. Made 900 on my Lucid, 25K evals. Gonna wait till tomorrow to pass. I'll see you later. All right, Ivan, good trade. Made $900 on my Lucid evals. Gonna wait till okay, I read that. Lock the fuck out. I'm done. You up 3K today, not 650. Yeah, that's across all of the firms. That's across all of the firms. Cause I'm trading all my funders right now. Well, 2/3 of them. And I'm gonna just rinse it. I'm gonna repeat $300 days for like the next 10 days. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Wait, you ready? Okay, read that. You tell them to turn this shit around. Yeah, they did. They dumped it. They gave you it. From where we entered right over here, they never went higher. They dumped it straight to the TP. But I got out to be safe. Our front ran about 20 ticks. You'll be surprised what you can do with $300 in a day. I'm up 650 today. Okay, I already read that. I'm on your Discord now, by the way. Okay, cool, K2. Walk away, low key. Yeah, nah, you need to listen to what. Yeah, nah, you need to listen to what he's saying. You need to walk away. You're done. Up 650 across 5 accounts. Then you're done. That's what you need to be doing. Nvidia pumping. Weird. That Nvidia is a beast. 98%. Okay, better just do it long term. No, incorrect. You need something that's a good risk to reward. That's what you need to do. The long term is how you make money passively over the course of time. That is correct. Because this is the only thing that will that NASDAQ and the S&P 500, that SPY is the only thing that will assuredly go up over the course of time. That's more certain than death. That will go up no matter what happens. Your job right now is to figure out this business, and when you put $1,000 in, you can pull out $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. That's what you need to be doing. Like when I put in $650 in the Apex, I usually pull out on average like $15,000 or $20,000 before those accounts go. For every $1,000 I put in Apex, like I legitimately get about $20,000 to $25,000 back in returns over the course of those accounts. And then I take that money and I send it over to Charles Schwab and I buy stocks and I swing trade them. That's where the real money is made. But you can't do that if you don't have the capital. See, that's what most people don't understand. You need the capital, and how you get the capital and go from zero to hero, the best way is by understanding this. But the beautiful thing about understanding this is once you understand this, then you'll understand swing trading. And then you'll understand investing. It'll go hand in hand. Why? Because you're learning how to run a multi-million-dollar business. You need to understand that. The things that I'm showing you is not just about day trading. This is about changing your mentality as a whole and understanding risk management and trading and swing trading and investing. And I'm going to say numerous things throughout the course of multiple live streams, classes, and mentorships that you need to lock in on. And how you should run your business. Oh, who the hell was that? I could have sworn I saw Chilo. Saved my Apex funders today. Proud today. Up $900. Good job. Good job, Ira. Great job. So where the bounce back, guys? Have a good day, guys. I'm out. Thank you outside. It says Dev. You saved the funders today? Were those the funded accounts that you were trading on? Were those funded accounts you were trading on, Ive, or no? Were those funded accounts? Ivan? Yeah, bro. 2 Apex funded. Good job, Ive. Way to lock in. Way to bounce back. You're done. You're done for the day on those accounts. You're done. Let's stack these payouts here. Let's get a good payout. The one day I sleep in, 4 hour had a beautiful reversal. Yeah. And Thursday is my favorite day to trade by far. It's not even close. Yeah. But Jacob, back to you. You can't do long term if you don't have the capital. Like, you need at least like $100,000, $200,000 in capital in order to make something decent. I'm being dead serious off of the long term. I'm being dead serious. So that's what you need. How you get that is from these prop firms. How you get that is by understanding how to trade. 12 years experience trading. It's impressive. Congrats. What age did you start? When I was like 17? But I started out trading crypto. And then I went from crypto. I tried every single get rich quick scheme that you could ever imagine, and they all were scams, and they all were not fruitful. And I tried everything in order to make it work, and I didn't realize that until I opened up my own hedge fund that I understood seriously that those were scams. I tried penny stocks. Hell, I even tried buying coins, pink sheet OTC coins. If you ever even heard of those, I was trading those because I was like, man, if it goes up just 1/100th of a penny, I make 25%. I was trading companies that were worth 1/100th of a penny, and I was putting in $15,000-$20,000 on companies that were worth 1/100th of a penny, thinking that hey, if this goes up to 1 penny, I could turn $15,000 into $250,000 if it goes to 1 penny. Look them up, pink sheet OTC stocks. I was trading those. What was I thinking? I was a degenerate. I was looking for every get-rich-quick scheme that you could ever imagine instead of trying to stack days together. And the answer right over here, the answer was in my face. But see, I didn't have a mentor to help guide me. I didn't have nobody to tell me, bro, what are you doing? You don't know what the hell you're doing. Stay away from that. So I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars damn near to the market maker before I understood. And honestly speaking, like I didn't believe it until I actually had to study, and actually until I went to school, and until I actually studied to become a hedge fund manager. I did not understand that. I did not understand none of this shit. I did not understand how I didn't understand the shit that I was stepping in. I couldn't smell myself. No no one swabbed my underarms and then put their finger to my nose and said, "Bro, you stink. Go take a shower." No one let me know. I thought I was clean. You want to know why? Because I'm hanging around swine every day. I'm hanging around other unprofitable people. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just think. If 90% of people are failing, where the hell are you getting your instructions from? You're learning from other unprofitable people. How many of y'all are sitting here watching a multi-millionaire day trade every single day? Where? All just aside, let me know. Let me know. I'm not talking about watching 1 or 2 videos. I'm talking about how that person is running their business, the ins and outs on a daily basis. You let me know. Where? Who? Send them to me right now and let me know. And let me know what course you're signing up for. And let me know how much you're paying. And don't lie. Am I in shorts? No, I shorted it here. Let me know. And let me know who the person is. Why? Because I want to know. Because I want to verify how much you're paying. Because I know for a fact you're not going to be paying no less than $25 a month. Minimum $1,000 a month. For transparency and for full access. I know that. You let me know. You let me know. So yeah, I wish I had somebody to tell me. I could have avoided so many pitfalls. It's not even about the strategy, rather. So yes, the models are here, but it's not even about that. It's about how you go about the process. And you need to see what somebody's doing right and what they're doing wrong. And it needs to make sense in your personal brain. And over the course of time, you will then understand, okay, I think I see how to run a multi-million-dollar business based off of this. So this is how I'm going to go about doing this based off of everything that I've come to have known. That's how this works, man. You don't just randomly wake up and go, well, I'm going to learn from 98% of people that don't know how to run a multi-million-dollar business because they're unsuccessful. And I'm going to just piece together things in my mind and figure it out. That's why most businesses fail. You do know that, right? This is a business. They want to dump this. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if they gave up almost nearly all of this move. They want to dump this. This is no longer bullish. They want to dump this. They made a new all-time high. They put the dump. This is bearish. There's no scenario where I would long this. Not. Do not long any pullbacks you see. Don't do that shit. This is not the same market as it was up here inside the zone. You need to be shorting it. You need to be shorting these bounces until they come into this 664. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be on alert. Then I'm going to exercise my discipline. I'm going to short. I've been thinking it's a reversal. And they about to come over there to that 663 where that alert is. They about to roll this shit over. They're going to reattack this 720 on this QQQ. It's going to start here. It's going to start here. And if they do this the wrong way, and if they come here, I'm going to ask the question, why won't they come here? They missed this 720 just now. That is not a coincidence. They missed the 720 and they bounced. That's not a coincidence. I think they're about to attack this sell side. Do not long this until they flashbang this 720. Don't do that. There's no scenario. They're liable to bounce this though, because we tap it into a 1 and a 15-minute BISI though. But we got a 15-minute SIBI up here above head that's forcing this market lower. We still are up at the all-time high. So however long it takes for them to do that, God knows. Holy shite, look at that dump that they just did just now. Look at that. You just see that? They just flashed that. Look at that. They just flashed that 720 just now on the QQQ. You see that? Did you see that? Did you see them dump this? See what I'm saying? Do not long this. I'm trying to tell you. We need to be trading based off of what we're seeing. Somebody needs to be letting you know where they're going. That's what you need to be doing. Don't long this. They just flash dumped that shit just now through that 720. Be on alert now. They took out that low like how I said. Be on alert. You need to watch this. You need to watch this. They still might not be done for it. I was just a test. They're testing the floor right now. They're testing this floor, and I think they're trying to come here to the zone. These people are testing this floor, and I think they're trying to come over to the zone. That flash that you just saw was just for them to grab liquidity and for them to test it. They want to see. They're getting ready to flashbang this shit right now through this floor and dump this. Do not long this. The last thing you should do is press this long button right now. If you're in a short, you need to TP out over here. Best case scenario, this 664. Don't be greedy. Stop trying to hold for 800 ticks and you wonder why you keep on getting break evens. Don't do that. Be on alert. They're trying to test that floor. Apple and OpenAI legal fight. My newswire just said, what the hell was that? Go buy now, TP. Be on alert. I can't determine how long it takes for them to go there to the zone. Who knows? This is all-time high. That's why when you get the money, you see it, you need to run. Multiple base hits with clear draws and liquidity. You need to be taking a trade that can run through 400 ticks, and you need to get out at like 100, 150. That's what you need to be doing. Look at this confusion. They're not doing anything, man. What's the word? NGA? What? Let me click on your profile. What's NGA? Martin. What's the word, NGA? I'm Asian, dude. How dare you? I'm Asian. Who are you? What's this? Apex just canceled my payouts. What the? Apex just canceled my transactions. What the fuck was that? Why did Apex just do that just now? What the fuck is that? Guys, I gotta go. Guys, I gotta end this live stream. And guys, I'm in this live stream before I do anything crazy. Guys, because Apex just said that they just canceled my accounts. Like, I don't know what that means. That's crazy. Like,
Why would they? Why would they? Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know what that means. Look at this. I don't know what that means. Look. I don't know what that means. So, before I do something crazy, like, I got to try and figure out what this answer is. Look at this. They just closed my funded account just now. I don't know what that means. And that includes, like, the payout that I just had. I don't know what that means. What?
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
I had open trades past four. What?
Open trade past 4.
What? I don't know what that means. Look at that. I don't know what that means. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, you better reach out to him.
Yeah, guys, listen.
None of your business.
Yeah. It's 1 o'clock, and I gotta do this because I'm gonna be distracted and it's up here all the time. I had already met the goals. And guys, NQinsider.com if you want to join our community. But guys, like, I'm showing Discord this right now, so Discord can see this, but I don't know what this means. So they just closed that shit just now. I literally have no idea what that means. So I'm gonna email them and I'm getting ready to see exactly what's going on. So I'll talk to everybody in a little bit. I might come on a little bit later, but I don't know. But
handle your business, Z.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
What? They just sent me this email just now. Look, you see it? It says, we are writing to inform you that after review, your account has been permanently closed. This action has been taken in accordance with the user agreement and related policies. Please note that this decision is final. We are unable to provide further details or reconsideration. Any pending obligations will be handled as outlined in our policies. We thank you for your past participation and wish you the best moving forward. You are no longer allowed to use any Apex-related services.
What did you do?
Do not create any additional accounts. Violation of this policy may lead to legal action. What the fuck?
Wow. E, you better research that, man.
I have no idea what the fuck that means. What the fuck is that? No,
man, that's bull crap, bro. That's bull crap, bro. They don't want to pay you out.
I had a payout approved and everything. It was a $5,000 payout and everything. What the fuck does that mean?
That's wild, dog.
No, I did not use the same banking info. Nothing was the same. The only thing that I can think of is the IP addresses or the copy traders that I've been using. I logged in today trading an account on my same computer. That's the only thing that I can think of personally. That's it. I'm gonna email them.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys.
Email them, I would.
Yeah, they never give me an explanation. I don't know what this means. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in a little bit. I'm in this live.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
That's wild. I'm gonna figure this out. Talk soon.